कैसे हो चैट? व्हाट इज अप व्हाट इज अप व्हाट इज अप? ऑन टाइम स्ट्रीमर ही कह दे। कैसे हो कैसे हो कैसे हो? वर्कआउट हो गया? हेलो, मैं भूल गया था आज मैच है। एक्चुअली मैं भूल गया था आज मैच है। Actually, my bad. It was my bad. कैसे हो चैट? कैसे हो? कब से वेट कर रहा था? सॉरी 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 भाई। आज जो जीता वो उसको एक स्लॉट फिक्स है, ठीक है? फिक्स, याद रखना, फिक्स है एकदम। प्रेडिक्शन, दिल बोल रहा है VLT, दिमाग बोल रहा है नाउस। ये स्पाइक्स के पीछे का राज क्या है? अभी उठा। डेस्कटॉप ऑडियो, ओ सॉरी,
the other day.
LKS.
Yeah, that's the big thing, especially for the coaching staff of both of these rosters. I can tell you from personal experience, you love it when you get a veto like this. When you've seen what your opponent is bringing on every map, and it's staying exactly as we would expect. The coach is going to be happy with this one, because VLT sticking with that signature style rush on that breach, setting up the Mara on the neon, and letting SK Rossi shoot like crazy on that chamber. This is what they're known for.
Yep. Meanwhile, for NAOS, no changes for them as well. With Sun with that knee.
दिख रहा है ना तुम लोग को पीछे? हाँ, दिख रहा है ना? फिर भी बकचोदी कर रहे हो ना?
For NAOS, like the way he used that operator or the way he used that outlaw is very very hard to read, especially if Velocity cannot do a great job in doing that.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult for them to deal with. I want to see Velocity have smart meter vision. They need to be forcing him off these lines. They have a breach and a fade, so lots of ways to do that. You can't afford to make mistakes with your util.
क्योंकि बहुत strong है.
Let's see whether NAOS can continue their domination
तो आज अगर
in
अपन
Group
जीता तो
Omega,
मतलब
or
मान ले
is
कि
it gonna
अपन
be Velocity to once again surprise us
VCT
and stop NAOS
contention
on their feet? Of
playoffs
course,
का बात नहीं कर रहे.
bringing you the action,
VCT का बात
Honky
कर.
and Komodo, please take it away.
Nakamoto, for me, a long
दिवाली
year
की
of
वजह से
Southeast Asia
ट्रैफिक
means
बहुत है,
I'm
थोड़ा
very familiar
पार्किंग
with
स्पेस आपके
NAOS,
फोर.
whereas Velocity, for me, it's been a little while
बाल तो
between
क्या हो
drinks
गया?
since
अरे
I've seen
कुछ नहीं हो
lightning
गया यार,
fast
अभी
SK
उठा.
Rossi get into the server. So, you know, with Coach Godspeed in front, in tow, I'm very excited to see what this team can do, especially with the explosive performance they've already had so far in Ascension.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about what they're doing in
By
this
breach
area of gameplay as well, right? They've got their own little identity that they're coming through with this breach and the chamber, of course. So we're putting a lot of reliance on that. We're also making sure that you're hitting your shots, because when you're not like that, you got to get out of dodge. And of course, just while we are in this pistol as well, you're not going to see them change things, right? If teams are finding an anti, they've got into playoffs, they want the better seed, they don't need to change anything.
Hair transplant
But
करवाया
they
क्या?
want to just drill in what they've got here to
ऐसा
be
लग रहा है क्या
very,
बाल बढ़
very
गए? Love
comfortable.
you यार.
This is still going to be a very important battle as the storylines continue to rattle each other.
भाई भाई दे रहे चालू चालू भाई.
Spoken about by Morgan and Bella, I believe, how good he was on the Neon. And now we start to make our way through. So site will be secured by NAOS. A little bit of a
45 camp position. Sorry.
Oh, plant goes down. See what they're going to be able to do in this deficit. Sands talked a big game in that interview, right? We'll see.
He really did. Now Moja straight on towards the line. So Damara already finding that opening. Second in the round for him. Nakia looking to take the position back, but the Horn got to catch him. Russ picking up that additional frag. So Zan, you know, the guy that we've had our eye on so much throughout this competition, he's going to get information for free.
W Rossi.
Second though, he did play it well there. Very, very smart, but SK Rossi able to deny Damara with 3. Velocity are going to open up with the first round here in the final match of the day here on Lotus.
Yeah, that should give them some good confidence
By
on
W
that
start.
defensive side as well. It was the pistol round that they did pick up against full sense as well. And then the second one, they ultimately closed that map for those that might not have seen that one, 13-7.
Bhai, Damara clean खेलता है बे.
It's a bit of a litmus test, right? NAOS also played full sense on this very map of Lotus, same composition, but that went to overtime and they won 14-12. So it's kind of seeing how they are in the server today, how they fare against each other. Because
कल का दिन अलग था. आज पिस्तौल जीता तो गेम जीता.
Ascension Pacific, that any team can beat any team.
So many close games. You know, now that we have our top 6 basically settled, it's still been quite a, tough story for the teams that have been eliminated already. Can't say everyone would have expected what we've seen so far.
वापस 3 मारे बे.
Real
भाई वापस 3 मारे.
through inside mid. Not really a surprise though, outside of the fact that there's only been 6 points of damage dealt over towards the side of Velocity early on. Very clean, very mean, and 6 on the trot for Damara already.
Yeah, just going to continue with a bit of this destruction.
They want to
have a helpful hand at making sure they're winning this map cleanly. We are definitely looking for consistency from Damara, consistency from Madeline as well, right? One of the top performers so far. We are seeing in the whole tournament before today. Up there though is Shad, right? He is
Shad scene ऐसा है कि playoff में already VLT पहुंच गए. ठीक है, अभी वो लोग brackets के लिए लड़ रहे हैं. Upper bracket, lower bracket. कौन किसके सामने लड़ेगा ये वो. लेकिन प्लेऑफ में भी सेम ही टीम्स है. समझ रहे हो. नाओस भी क्वालिफाई हो गई है, हम लोग भी क्वालिफाई हो गए. तो ये इट्स लाइक अ स्क्रिम मैच ये वाला. समझ रहे हो. तो अपने ग्रुप से अगर हम लोग ने ये लोग को हरा है तो हाई लाइकली कि हम लोग वीसीटी जीत सकते. मतलब वीसीटी के लिए जा
very, very quickly now Moja trying to drop lightning fast and will be able to do it for free. He did have that support there from PTC as well. So it's a nice round so far from NAOS. 3 members taking the site of C. And now this rotation starts to come in very, very quickly. Already through Waterfall. Now Russ is going to be the first to take point here, trying to drop Zam, but it's a great paranoia. Clean from Nakia. Damara with 1. But that's all it's going to be for him. 7-1 in the score before he is denied. Now fighting that first.
For upper lower
that's a very clean anti-bonus coming in from them in this one, only dropping the single player, making sure that they're kind of having the lurk where the lurk is needed, having the full focus on the site control as well. I say lurk, it's actually the double lurk. There's always an opportunity if they're getting a little bit too hot under the collar over at that C site that they're going to be able to get on out and go back over towards A. So itself that round showing something good. Now we get to see really what Velocity have for us with the rifles in their possession. SK Rossi, the operator at C.
Moja already doing a hell of a lot of damage over towards Lightning Fast. 2 points of HP, and he has to shrouded step his way back out as well. With SK Rossi not looking to drop that operator very, very quickly. We did see Damara take control of Rubble before.
Heavy rotated
to B. A is open.
Oh, Lightning Fast is 2 HP. Javi getting a little bit pressured at the moment.
Good utility though. Caesar's going to allow him to live on a little while longer. However, SK Rossi's found Moja in the process. And now Zan obviously going to be taking point over towards Breakable, but Damara is going to be the one to try and at least lock into that position. But I think they're going to play it wise. They're going to play the full 5-on-4 in the retake. Smart.
And this is the difference as well, that having a breach available is going to provide, right? Frontline will eventually come back online, but the flashpoint, the aftershock, these can get you a little bit tricky in 3, so they're not playing there at least.
Oh, bhai.
PTC as well. He's going to be able to find one. Damara dropped, no overdrive in this round, but Russ gets one back.
Spam wars hai abhi chat.
Towards the side. Everyone is very much pulled away. It's going to be a late wrap potentially from Zan, or no. They are going to sort of start to play it from this position, a little bit distance, but obviously not exactly planted for them. Naki are able to drop, but Madeline does manage to get it to half here. A couple more, and great response here from Velocity. 3 alive at a 3rd round on the board.
Yeah, they're really holding some strong angles in that diffuse scenario as well, right? Getting up that one way makes it a little bit more difficult for anyone looking to just spray and pray on towards the spike. You've got a little late alert coming in for the retake from
blue smoke.
Just holding the stairs, making sure there's no tricky business in the beginning stages of that post-plant scenario as well. Coming in for the final sit-down and shutdown.
I would like to apologize.
Getting out that defuse.
देखो स्ट्रीम पे आते वो करके मैं बकचोदी कर रहा हूँ, अभी मैं बोल रहा हूँ, वरना कोई सिर्फ ये क्लिप करके डालेगा ना उसकी अम्मी.
Zan's going to omit himself a rifle to try and pick up the overdrive potentially, but
Mojo,
he's just going to absolutely obliterate Damara to start.
I've been talking all weekend so far, Komodo, about how having fun has been such a big moment, and Velocity certainly are, but Damara a little bit too much fun as he's denied straight through the fast lane. Mojo, especially with Zan only on the Sheriff. The further damage will be dealt. Russ and Mojo go 1-for-1. Zan picks up another. That's going to be a Phantom recoverable as well. PTC not going to be meeting with lightning fast just yet. So it's going to be a classic 2 versus 3 on the retake with a late lurk.
Got to dig deep.
रात को जब तू स्ट्रीम देखेगा ना
an operator in play for
ऐसा लगेगा
as well. You miss the shot, you get out that headhunter if you can. I almost don't want to see PTC commit heavily to this fight. Really play on the elements of the later surprise.
Be taken down as well. So ultimately, this is a world where they can get.
भाई stream snap कर रहा है.
Trying to get paranoid through. Can actually catch PTC as well. The damage is dealt, but he forces him away for now. Zan still has that ultimate, still has that relay vault to throw onto the spike. And now Lightning Fast trying to creep on in. I don't think he does actually have a couple of dark covers as well. The relay vault is a little bit too early. And now Lightning Fast going down. Zan is trying to get all up into the face, and he'll do it with perfection. Great work there from Zan, a 3K, and now as quickly as they drop one, they're straight back with another.
क्या रीड था वो?
On Zan to be able to finish off that round as well for them, right? The fact that the first
भाई full isolate हो गया था बे भाई, इसको मारता था ना.
A little bit tricky in the disconnected play from
Hashtag के साथ लग गए थे उसके.
When I look and glance over to the HUD as well, I see that Patricia still has 2 thorns, right? Didn't place them at all. Generally, you can have a lot of stalling power in those sort of scenarios. Had he thrown them over towards the breakable door or stairs, could have imported a little bit of value.
Sit in the middle seat. Is there any reason or just coincidence? नहीं वो लोग middle seat पे बैठते ताकि दो बंदे लोग को fish bone दे सके.
Spotting out once more that SK Rossi is again at this seaside.
Oh, this is going to be awkward. Damara does get one, but with that 2-4, SK Rossi has to connect onto the shots, and he's denied immediately. Nakia finds the first onto SK Rossi. And now this large rotation coming all the way through C long. How quickly can Velocity get here?
Well, PDC no flank watch. They reveal themselves with the door and the prowl up, so you start to get an idea of how much this retake is happening from the mound side as now
PC build वाला वीडियो पिन करना है.
I was about to say, this is quite a deep investment. I don't know if it's the wisest choice for them. They're going to have to try and wrap around, but it looks like already Russ is ready on the distance. And we're talking about how good he was, already finding that lurk. Nakia, Moja getting a couple more, but it's still a 2-on-2. Zabi, Nakia, what are you going to be able to do in this position? Lightning Fast. Creeping on in, Russ with the aftershock just to try and hold them back for a little while longer. He does pick up another, and now into that defuse. Can he hit the shot? Can he connect? He's done well, and Lightning Fast will have not enough time. Has not been able to live up to his namesake in this one. He'll go down to the Radiant as well as that'll be clutch for the side of NAOS.
That's something you just got to really adjust for in the middle of this game is going to be that breach utility, right? Because it's not every day that you do see breach still played, especially after the breach KO meta has kind of all but disappeared. So there is the adjustments and the good usage on the flank on the aftershock as well to try and buy the time, but there's just not enough time on the retake at the end. Good usage of the Nightfall of the and they will reset the economy of Velocity quite handsomely at the moment. Unless we get a cheeky Thrifty to come on through. We have had our fair share of those over the course of the tournament.
Ooh. A good attempt.
Rogue
Headhunter bullets can do some serious damage. That's always the thing, you know. Chamber, an interesting agent, can definitely shoot, but without utility, if you can't aim, not exactly the best agent to be doing stuff for you, so... Back towards A. They are going to make their way in for free, it would appear here now, but it will be a 5-on-5 retake for Velocity.
As well, you got to be careful when this Rolling Thunder and full set of utilities are available. I mean, look how much Velocity have for this.
Damara's going to get straight in. Does still have the Bucky on towards the defuse already. Relay Bolt is going to slow it down slightly. Hunter's Fury, oh, it's making it awkward. Damara has not stopped that defuse, and he's found it. There is no way this has just occurred. What a round from
Dimag
Damara.
Pro
That's what I'm talking about,
Max.
man. Look how much utility velocity
Dimag
has to go in
Pro
towards that retake, and they
Max.
use the perfect amount. They clear all of the
वो
backside.
लोग
They
को
send it
पता
on
था
in.
कि
The
बाहर है
Bucky
क्योंकि
kinda
सब
leads
कुछ
the
क्लियर
charge in
था
it, but as soon as they
और
switch
जैसे
in this
स्पैम आने
5
वाला है
versus 5 to
उसने
get on
सीधा
it,
अल्ट
you
कर
look
दिया
towards the
ब्रिक्स ने
utility that is actually available on the flip side, right? Only Zan died, by the way. That was a 5 versus 4 scenario when that DQ's come through. Because I look at, again, the point I'm wanting to make. For Naosia, there is no destructive utility. There is no way you're getting them off the spike really in these moments unless you have the thorns pre-placed and popped. Really, really well recognized and played and risked from velocity in that. But mate, it's an eco. They didn't really have a lot to lose in that scenario. So the fact that they come out with the victory is mental.
Morgan was talking about it, right? Russ, comms, utility usage, perfection. The breach. Such an impactful agent still. Not seen all the time. Not seen on Lotus. But that rolling thunder was perfect. To just keep them off Damara.
No, absolutely, man. They'll reclaim a bit of control in the lead. They'll bolster up their own little economy to a slight degree with it.
Chat, मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ? दिवाली आने वाली है. समझ रहे हो? ऐसे टाइम पे गाली नहीं सुनना चाहिए. लाइक करो भाई. 6000 लोग देख रहे हैं.
In post-plant scenarios, keep a couple of members on the side itself.
इसलिए possible हुआ. बाहर से लोग स्पैम मारने के लिए और यूटिल डालने के लिए रुके थे.
around such as this too.
और वो लोग ने फास्ट क्लियर कर दिया.
Full contest from both teams.
वो लोग को पता था कि बाहर से
Naki actually managing to find both of them, Damara and Russ taken down
वो लोग का गोलियां भी नहीं पड़ा ना.
Two very impactful members.
और वो लोग बाहर इसलिए खेल रहे थे क्योंकि ब्रिक्स का अल्ट था.
You know, so far they've already lost 2 of these weapons. Now looking to do what they can here. Lightning Fast having to take a very aggressive point here. Prowler goes through. That gets the information. Straight onto the shoulder step will be Moja. So Madeline, what can you do here, my friend? Well, the answer is nada. SK Rossi has to just rotate his way back in. But unfortunately, only with the Outlaw, I don't think anyone is going to be getting anything for velocity here. Fantastic flawless there from NAOS.
As soon as that little late stage is there as well for SK Rossi, it does feel like the round is just already met its demise, right? Just caught off guard. The rest of the team falling on down to the good trades and crossfires and just good forward destruction. That now
full by था इको थे भाई.
Pops the shield.
इको थे.
Kind of revealed.
Outlaw था अपने पास. Operator.
Bit unlucky in that one for velocity.
किसके अपना है टाइम?
Look like they immediately want to shut that down as well with a
Damara भाई क्या कर रहे हो?
Don't blame you.
Yeah.
Logged in है.
Sort of call it back. Still very early days into this series, 4-4.
सिर्फ गोलू के पास इतना टिश्यूज क्यों है? क्या कर रहा है वो?
But so far,
टेलीपैथी से आइजल. टेलीपैथी से बात. टेलीपैथी से बात.
Showing moments of individual brilliance, but I do feel
like
they're somewhat steering the ship still in these gun rounds.
A little bit. I mean, you're going to see a lot of these adjustments still and recognize what is working in strength and what your opponents are finding in weakness. Sometimes your own weaknesses that you could try and bait on in as well. To a degree, right? These teams want to get the win. They want to be top of the group as well, right? Considering this is the last match that we'll see for NAOS in the bracket. We've still got that next one for Velocity coming up against Nongshim Red Force, which will determine a little bit more of the seeds as well after this. Don't want to reveal too much when you've got the safety net of getting in towards playoffs, but you also want to make sure that you are really comfortable.
By Nikon top bay, hello?
Get more fans behind you.
Oh man, and just getting that upper bracket final spot, right? Not having to be on immediate elimination.
Well, so, as long as you're not third seed.
Udhar Minty maar raha hai, idhar Nika maar raha hai.
Third seed, well, they're going to start a little bit more handicapped.
Look, I'm just so jaded at this point in time, Komodo. If every team isn't taking every single series just as seriously as the other, I think it's so important for the momentum to continue into playoffs.
Yeah, for sure. You're going to get another steal of a round here is Velocity, though.
Can coach here voice comms of his team every round? Obviously.
Uh-oh. PTC ready for that to defend Emoja's honor.
और अपना ओमेन देखो हाय 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 फर्स्ट ब्लड दे रहा है
again only with the classics. I mean, SK Rossi does have the headhunt up, but
कल चार्जर
down towards bottom mid. Zan just waiting to see if he can find it. Don't think the Horn's going to catch any further information, so they are relatively unchecked for now. PTC is going to be taken down very, very quickly. Moja tagged up in the process. Russ gets a couple, but it's well cleared towards the back of the site, and I don't think SK Rossi's in a position to do a hell of a lot from here.
I mean, you say well cleared. I see that as a realm in which NAOS just had no consideration that there was going to be anyone backside. The Haunt doesn't clear backside at all. The Arc Rose doesn't go there. They're just expecting that no one is sitting backside whatsoever. They kind of overlooked that. Imagine a scenario where there's a couple of weapons there, right? Could have actually turned upside down. So NAOS are making a couple of mistakes, but against the Eco here, that will reveal that to them. So this is the time to have that little lapse to recognize it.
मूवी देखो 4 rounds good नहीं we need 6
now not really letting anything sort of get too
we
far
need
ahead
6 round क्योंकि अपन पिस्तौल हारने वाले
it's always an interesting series looking at this one. The eye test says that it should go 3 maps, but
get well soon मेरी जान कर रहे हो
pretty lights out Valorant throughout the course of this competition. Now Nakia straight into the site. SK Rossi ready for it. So the From the Shadows denied quickly, but Zan obviously pushing in the Nightfall as well to force SK Rossi away. So they are going to lock in towards the site, but it will be at a disadvantage.
Yeah, he was very ambitious to stick that from the shadows, wasn't he? Just didn't really get through. SK Rossi was around the pillar. Now forward space into the halls once more.
My God.
By W stun.
Going to be able to be the first to get back in towards it as well. A second kill, but Zabi goes straight in. The IGL continues to be the hero for this team. He's actually not going to get caught by the Nightfall either. So all of a sudden, Moja and Zabi can lock themselves into a decent post plant, even at their disadvantage. Now the overdrive, the aftershock going through. Madeline does find
हम लोग का retake कितना अच्छा हो गया है
it's going to be so awkward. Does get an additional shot, but Madeline sticking that defuse does get off it in the end, but it's another round picked up by Velocity. Great retake there, obviously finding the opening pick, but that was just clean back into the site.
Team के बाद reaction देखेगा.
A kind of stumbling roll of the stick of the Omen ultimate from Nakia there, and then you're getting Zan pushed forwards in the halls by himself with no real trade ability. If you want to take this hall space, you have to do it commandingly, just like they did last time. Right? You can't haphazardly just sit a player or two there and allow Velocity to come to you, because this breach utility, they're already showcasing in the previous series, in previous installments of this map locally, that they're very strong when Russ is able to call around his utility to set up the team to what they do best, what Tamara does best and Madeline does best on these retakes. Now cannot afford to let them do that.
It's exactly what you need from your captain, right? Someone who's going to allow everyone to thrive, to shine. Same from your coaching staff. Moja, though, already all the way through. Madeline is there to trade Russ quickly.
क्या backup दिया है भाई, क्या backup दिया है. Madeline मार.
The impact that he's had in these last couple of rounds, but PTC, I'll never count him out. Device making it all work here. Steel Garden available. Razor Vines in tow as well. You're talking about him getting them down towards the stairs earlier.
लेकिन चलेगा, Madeline ने अच्छा backup दिया उसको.
It's a big boon that both of the smokers are alive as well, because on 11 HP, PDC needs some assistance from Nakia. Block off an angle or two, and you'll be able to work a little bit better, but they look lightning fast.
That's it, classic mark. Good look, classic mark.
About to say, he does manage to slip the net for this paranoia. The Arc Rose is up. He's going to hear the footsteps of SK Rossi. But what angle does he check first? What does he clear? He's played it forward, and he might be able to find two, but no, SK Rossi. It's a body shot, but it's a shot nonetheless. And when PTC's 11 points of HP, a gentle breeze could knock him over. VLT taking the lead back.
It's just easy on the comms in that moment, isn't he? 11 HP, one shot, just bait the switch, jump in for the trade.
Bitcoin.
Doesn't matter that one kill is lost in that moment. You got the round, more importantly, as Velocity.
हो गया ना, जीत गया ना अभी पहला मैच.
Keep things entertaining.
Keep
this one going, because this is your own map pick, of course, as Velocity, right?
Leg hunter, वो leg के बीच में जो है वो भी चाहिए तेरे को.
Take off any nerves coming onto the stage.
Oh, Pro
Santa. This is a different scenario, though, when we look to this Velocity as well, right? How dominant have they been in South Asia this year? Couple of first trophies. One that's not a first, but it's still a top podium.
They've definitely been looking good.
उधर जब भी इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे ओडिन चला रहा है टांगों में.
In tier 1, there's so much talent to offer.
तब नहीं ओ वाह ऊपर का मोरा उड़े बच्चों चार ओ
PDC
Yeah,
Gorns
spam
are still
मारो.
not available in this last round of the half. You can get the plant down, but it's going to be a pretty favorable retake for Velocity once again. If Russ gets a kill, that's Rolling Thunder once more.
Forced away off the line. SK Rossi now creeping on in. Just going to be defending for the time being. Prowler destroyed. Zan taken as well. This is beautiful from Velocity. Making their way in with Russ getting that kill. The Hunter's Fury, the Rolling Thunder pops their way through.
combo!
And now he drops another, a third for Russ, and a fourth! My word! There is a reason Big Time was talking him up. Russ!
सारे shot मारे भाई रस ने.
Velocity, they'll sit 7-5 in the half on their map selection of Lotus.
That's another really well-coordinated round to come out from them, to be honest with you. A couple of wonky shots from NAOS at the end there that don't get the job done, don't get the trades on in. You got the isolated kill against PTC. You also kind of question the back-of-sight plant, the Heaven attempts to get on through. You're just stuck in some awkward spots to try and defend that site. Again, not the right plant location, you think, for NAOS there. And the 7-5 they'll have in deficit. Velocity lead on the exchange.
ये जो बंदा अभी कड़ा हो गया, स्लाइड करके सबसे पहले गया था वो स्पेक्टेट करने, स्लाइड करके. हाँ, जितना मैं वॉच पार्टी किया उसका 75% डमारा भाई ने भी किया स्लाइड करके. जो बंदा 3 मारा उसको कड़ा होने दो ना भाई. ना मान रहे डमारा भाई, लेकिन सोचो बे, वो लोग के साथ भी वही हो रहेगा ना जो बोस्टर के अगेंस्ट होता है. हाँ, इंद्रजीत भाई ना मान रे भाई. रोज का आदत हो गया है क्या? हेलो, आर यू एडिक्टिव टू मिस? इंद्रजीत भाई रोज 899, रोज $50, 50 वो गिफ्टेड. अरे नॉटी चैट, इंद्रजीत भाई को ओपी कर दो, छुपा दे दो. जिसको भी गिफ्टेड मिला है प्यार बांटो एकदम. डब्ल्यू मिल गया. और जिसको भी मिल रहा है व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप ज्वाइन कर लेना. मेंबर स्ट्रीम दिन में 2 बार होता है मोस्टली. डॉक्टर ने बोला है ज्यादा रोना गुस्सा.
Hell of a lot of back and forth so far between these two teams. Velocity will lead the charge at half, but will NAOS be able to bring it right back?
Oh, when we look at the attacking sides right now, for NAOS, it's a little bit of an equilibrium state.
रोना गुस्सा तो आने ही नहीं चाहिए इंसान को. देखो मेरे को भी नहीं आता.
7-5, they had only
लास्ट टाइम मैं सिर्फ खुशी के आंसू ही रोया था.
Stronger attack for Velocity.
गुस्सा तो आता ही नहीं.
Start again, just charging in.
गुस्सा तो आता ही नहीं.
Able to connect with the opening shot. Opens and twists around. Russ though finding a response back. Moja will be able to take a couple of names. SK Rossi and Russ are still alive and kicking. Spike will be recovered, but now my eyes are on TTC, who makes his way through A main in towards lobby.
Live Geo, सब ठीक हो जाएगा.
Here outside C mound, trying to deny even further, but again, Russ. It's such an impressive player to watch for the time being. Zan will connect with another shot though, and it's a 3-peat for him. And he's up and out of his chair as he has been. A nice 3K for the Neon of Zan.
Yeah, play towards the pillars pop out from Velocity in that one, but they shouldn't be too worried, right? The 7-5 just means that it would be the tied scoreline if the next round goes to its usual conclusion.
Thank you for the 50 gifted with Jan ke tote.
They did also lose the pistol in the second round, 2 full cents, right? To the defuse retakes that come through in the not so close but also close style. And then they got 9 rounds in a row on attack. So it is a definite strong suit for Velocity, but it was also early in the tournament, right? Different stage, different teams. Now I've had the time to do some homework on this one.
Taking some serious scalps so far. Full set order. Obviously now versing NAOS, who is currently sitting the top of this group.
One enemy
with Rongshim Red Force not too far away either.
Plant मिल सकता है क्या, please?
They've got to show up to the party here, Velocity. They need to show that their run
नहीं actual में अच्छा है.
Fluke. And I don't believe it is so far. They have been crushing it.
आधा membership लिया है रे मेरा ex-editor ने.
You're always going to sort of walk past these rounds unless some earlier things happen.
Both of these teams making some really good
editor,
decisions,
thumbnail
really good
editor ने मेरे
shots,
को
looking very well
कहा था मैं
coordinated.
message
Now
लिया,
essentially fighting for the top
Pinky
seed
भी
in
चिल्लाया,
the
एक गया.
second group, right? In
How
Group
to
B.
block a streamer not cross
Alan just gonna maximize what he can in this round, get a couple kills, get the orb.
यार मेरा
Get another one
target
in
1
death,
million
get a
है.
little bit closer towards that nightfall.
30 seconds left.
All the way back now. The spike plant would be absolutely brilliant and does get peppered down.
ठीक है अभी तक जो हम लोगों ने सोचा था वही हो रहा है जो हम लोगों ने सोचा था वही हो रहा है.
Obviously now they have to contest with the
अपने को
bonus to
चाहिए
see if
momentum.
Velocity can still hold on to
Idris
this
bhai
lead.
thank you for the
It's
200
gonna be
very
the time
jam
to
के
see if
रोटे.
Velocity, are kind of going to get away with murder on the attacking side in my
1
mind.
million पे आपको एक गाल पे
Ready
पप्पी.
for a couple of the tricks that they have up their sleeve. When you look towards this team of Velocity as well, we do have
अरे
a lot of
कैसे होएगा ये?
emphasis on,
Chat जो लोग
on
stream देख रहे हैं like
SPLT on
subscribe
this
करो.
chamber too, right? When you're opting
बोलता
to
भी नहीं हूँ
stretch
मैं.
out the norm of the usual sentinels,
2500
you need to make sure that your lurks are
Hi,
happening.
hi,
It's a little bit more
sharam
prominent on
karo,
the defensive
sharam.
side, which they were still, you know, they did enough on in my mind for sure. But on this attacking side, be with the team, hit those shots.
दोनों नियन एक दूसरे को क्रॉस कर
I can't
दिए.
believe it. The Neons have completely blinked past each other and Zan's going to be able to get one off the back of it lightning fast. Denied in his shrouded step. But Damara obviously on the other side is going to be now heading his way towards Breakable. Xavi has to reposition accordingly. Doesn't want to fight that fight. Mojo, oh, that's bold. Not a good idea to get in there early. Just play the retake.
किधर मेरा?
And now we're going to see Velocity set up on the site as well. Something that now struggled to contain in the post-play scenarios.
Damara still actually finding that kill even after avoiding the fake out and breaking it accordingly.
ऐसा हंसना नहीं चाहिए
So
उसको लगा है
far,
रुको.
NAOS at a disadvantage here. But look at this walkthrough. Xavi trying to play with fire around the other side of this dark cover. I think he might have been able to find some space. The paranoia, it doesn't quite connect on these remaining players. They are in some decent positioning now, but now the rat will start to come in from NAOS. Damara denying one, Moja getting another back, but that's going to be the rest of the falling. Phenomenal round to deny the bonus from Velocity, 3 alive. And now we'll turn into the first gun round.
The positioning from them in the post plan as well, right? When the paranoia comes over towards drop. He's not just getting caught out with trying to focus on any of the utility, but just calling good for the team and what angles they need to hold in this post plan. I was looking at Rossi and I'm kind of wondering, what are you going to do if you do get smoked off? But the rest of his team is enough of a distractor for him to pop out the smoke and do what he needed to, getting that kill. I throw it on back to what we saw kind of last year, right? A little bit scared in those sort of moments to go in for a fight. So it's good to see that he is with the team on this one, and it's just no difference here around Rubble, is it?
में मारा चैट स्टन में मारा हम लोग जीत गए ना अभी.
They've just been playing such perfect Valorant. Awesome synergy
यार
in
दो
unison.
जन का नाम लिया
Xavi
दोनों उड़
opens up with 2. Can he find a third? No, it's a dink and lightning fast gets him back. Oh, PTC is going to be wondering where the hell the rest of his team has gone. All falling outside Rubble and Breakable.
Sexy मारा.
So A site free of charge.
चैट अभी इको है वो लोग. चैट हम लोग एक्चुअल में जीत रहे.
Well, you would assume that he's going to have to try and give this one a crack, right? It's a 1 versus 2.
हाँ.
It's early stages in this second half. But he's just so far away from the action to hear anything. It's going to be a plant to the heart's content of Velocity. If you are PTC, because you are so far away, when you hear that it's going to be planted at the A site of things, are you just calling for a save? Are you opting for this retake at all?
My ultimate is ready. Cover
Bio try करेगा.
You start to make the marathon on over, but again, Mitch, there's just a flash that he'll have. You're doubling up here as Velocity. It's the right play.
भाई आधे घंटे बाद आया वो रिटेक करने के लिए रे.
Buying his time here, PTC.
Even got the trademark for Rossi.
मुझे नहीं आ रहा है मेरा गिफ्टेड पीसी
heading in
एक्सेस में
slow.
कौन सा वाला?
Nice and simple and straightforward, not needing to overthink this one at all. And I think PTC's actually run out of time completely, yeah. Just want to
He's just not seen anyone. That's the thing. If he sees one of the guys, he goes to the fight. If he doesn't see anything, then he just can't do anything about it, right? So that's why I kind of highlight he's on the complete other side of the map, and he's just going to have to save for it. Velocity, they'll hold on to this lead on their map pick of choice.
मस्त चाय पी के आया ऐसा ना करो. ये तीनों
a
मैप
lot of hype around this roster right now.
चाय दिया ना मैंने भी
Obviously,
तेरे को
you know, now it's a team that came in to this competition a little bit of aggrieved. They definitely had a much better looking year. Last year in Ascension, it certainly wasn't the same look. They go international.
चाय भी
They
तूने
pick up players like
बनाया,
PTC and
मेरे को
Zan.
चोमटा भी तूने
NAOS
बनाया.
have been playing phenomenally since, and I guess the same
इतने
thing
सारे
can be said
cuties लोग line में
for
खड़े थे.
Velocity inside their own region.
5000
Blinded.
I mean, even over in that Vietnam finals for the SEA playoffs, right? Not the greatest look against Full Sense in that lower 5 final. Same can be said for the 2-0.
क्या 10-7 10-7 एक और राउंड जीत गया तो मैच
The
पॉइंट.
fact that they're able to turn that around in Ascension, already booked their ticket into the playoffs, they'll still be looking, you know, pretty happy with that one. But this is definitely a game that they want to be securing. They want to get the highest seed.
W
Nicely done.
गया
Stay
लेकिन
Rossi
अभी
there
गया
as
अभी
well.
गया अभी गया
Zan is going to
चलेगा.
try and get the relay bolt down.
चलेगा.
He will
नहीं,
catch.
confirm
Very
उधर
nice. Zavi, if he
confirm
can drop one
मौत
here,
का, confirm.
there could be a potential chance to bring
मटका
this
ही
back.
बचा
But into
सकता था.
waterfall, he will have to go. PTC
ये
now
क्या
up
कर रहा
nice
है
and
डमरा?
close. He did have the Soul Phantom in the rounds, and that has now been denied. So it's going to be probably a little bit too challenging for these two players now. Zavi low.
1.5
Zan does
versus
have
3
the
है.
he does have the overdrive though. So maybe if they get a kill, they could try and
दूसरे
stick this
कबल
retake out.
की देख के
I mean,
मुझे
you've got to give it a
खुशी
crack
और
anyway,
टिकल
right?
की
It's an
होता
eco
है.
round. You've
मतलब
got
तेरा
nothing
टाइम
really to lose in
आएगा.
this one. If you use the overdrive though and it goes wayward, then that's rough.
भाई एक चीज मानो या ना मानो,
To try and
अपना
take out one of
रीटेक
these
बहुत बाप है.
individuals. If they can get the 1v1, maybe
Huh?
there is a simple chance, but
Oh,
as the
no,
information
no.
is gathered, they don't want to get baited out about
कुछ
it
भी
too
बोलो
much.
chat.
Madeline
Zan
throws the siege
आज
over the
retake
top. He's
देख के ना
actually
मेरे को
looking the
मजा
other
आया
way, and
अभी.
Zan, unfortunately, has to pull away. Great
I
time,
think
paranoia.
एक हारे
Picks
अपन
up the
शायद.
Phantom. Okay, maybe
But
there's a
some
chance
retake
here. Now
जीते.
that's the overdrive pop. They're going to be moving in lightning fast. And Zan,
What?
who is lightning fast himself, the Neon gets the job done
seconds
here as
are
NAOS will
removed.
recover only just. And it's a beautiful round against them with not really a hell of a lot of
Ek
weaponry. And it
second ke
all
liye
started
apna
with
मुंह
Zan
बंद
fighting
रखने का
SK
था.
Rossi.
Yeah, he's quick on that one, isn't he? That is
कब
the
से बोल
go
रही
mark.
उसका उसका ult है.
As soon as you get
मैं
that
तो
kill for the
retake
2
का बात
versus
कर रहा
2,
था.
you know
NAOS
it's
का
go
थोड़ी
time.
बात
Get
कर रहा
that
था मैं.
overdrive out, catch them off guard, catch
ये
them,
क्या थ्रो किए भाई?
but they can't move. And in that point in time as well, Xavi just
Abhi
kind of
Twitter
turns
पे
into
बहुत
a little bit of a distractor,
Huh?
right? Make them look the other way.
क्या?
Oh, ये.
Really well done from him.
क्या?
A thrifty again to
Okay.
come through here.
Zan
Enough
loves
for a
अभी नींद
timeout.
अच्छे से
getting
पूरे
out of his chair,
समझ
but it
आया
looks like he was
नींद पूरा
denied
करना
by his
कितना
headphones.
जरूरी है. Please by request apps. I love you,
I gotta
love you
say,
too.
I gotta say.
बोलो इसको.
See, Fat BB has,
भाई
has
देखो,
changed these players.
मैं आज अच्छा खासा 8:30 बजे सोया. उसके बाद बेल बजा सुबह. अभी मेरी क्या गलती है?
सुबह नहीं बजा बेल.
कभी बजा?
1:30 को बजा.
1:30 को मैं उठा.
सो 8:30 से 1:30 कितना घंटा हुआ?
10:30 11:30 12 5 घंटे.
ठीक है.
5 घंटे इनफ है. और एक इंसान, हाँ, स्नोरलैक्स 4:30 बजे ऐसा.
दर्शन कर पहले दर्शन कर.
क्या लैंग्वेज है ये?
For sure.
दर्शन कर बोला.
Just trying to remember to myself.
Oh my
back to the
God!
ASEAN region when I was watching it as well.
यार
See if
PC
that
नहीं
really
दिया,
put on the
आपने
map
क्यों
of
दिया?
I think it was a saw that started.
Love
Anyways,
you, yeah.
big
Love
round
you.
here, and well, that might just be it already. Moja and Zan to start things off.
चैट सब लोग दो भाई, हेवी वाला छुपा दो.
For sure.
जो लोग लाइक करते हैं वो लोग को मिलता है गिफ्टेड. जस्ट सेइंग, जस्ट सेइंग.
And now it makes it a little bit more uncomfortable because you look at the financial
इंद्रिस भाई,
situation of Velocity.
कभी
Bought the wrong
उसमें आओ ना.
stock, clearly.
कोरियन लैडर. नहीं, करियर लैडर.
What do you look to do to get back into this round as Velocity? Because you don't really
What do you
want
do
things
for a
to tie
living?
on up, right? You drop the thrifty now.
चैट डब्ल्यू कर दो भाई इंद्रिस भाई को. प्यार दो,
Hold on
ढेर सारा
down.
छुपा दो.
Need to see a
बिल्डिंग
misstep from
जीतने की
now.
खुशी में गिफ्टेड
perhaps.
देते जा रहे.
My words. You know, it's just crazy, like the impact ever since Neon came into the pool. You see these individuals that have just been able to play a completely
9-9 हुआ.
different bland.
Yep,
of
individuals.
Valorant. Just
Selfish,
allowing that aggression
selfish
to
neon
really be taken
individuals.
advantage of.
स्ट्रिक्स लिखा कुछ.
नहीं 6 को मैं इग्नोर कर रहा हूँ.
The credits are looking a little bit in the bin
Scammer
right now
number
for
1
Velocity too,
Scammer
right?
number
तो अभी तक नहीं आया
to
ना.
save in this 2 versus 5 might be
seconds
the
left.
optimum call.
मैंने क्या क्या सोचा
Not
था
gonna see too
बंकू.
much of a hunt
भाई,
you'd assume from NAOS either because
ऐसा
they're
खोल
not
के ऐसे
swimming in
एक
cash for
एस्थेटिक
days
एकदम मेरा
either.
सेटअप
मैंने-
एस्थेटिक हो जाता
मैंने
था.
सोचा
So it will look to turn into an equal state.
5 अलग-अलग माउस.
Man, a 30-second save. How crazy is this?
ऐसा 5 अलग-अलग mouse करके एकदम
legitimately I was just thinking that as well. You put them on the scales and you've just got like chaos on one side.
कौन जीतेगा वो mouse versus मेरा mouse.
The moments of
final
chaos,
1v1
but it is a lot more measured in tempo here.
Smoothness दिखाने के लिए.
This is where you start to go podcast mode. Yeah, I've had a good day. How about you? Yeah, it's good. All right.
Yeah, I watered my grass.
क्लेम से क्या होता है? क्लेम से कुछ नहीं होता है. क्लेम से होता है?
नहीं रे बाबा.
अरे ये पढ़ो to be eligible for future gifted membership.
They don't want to be dropping this one. They're seeing a little bit
more on
join
button.
For now,
get my membership.
In the duels, getting the
click on 3 dots on the top of modal.
That they thought this half would have started.
Click on gift settings. Enable allow gifts.
Second round things are all right, but when they get the two themselves, they're thinking it's pretty cool.
And cool as
GG VLT किस खुशी में भाई?
In warm Bangkok.
Attacking map है.
So, the early duel has been pulled away. Moja not interested.
Arab bhai, happy Diwali Binks bhai. Arab bhai, happy Deepavali. मेरी जान protect. Thank you for the $5.
They are going to be heading in there. It's going to be very, very challenging to try and clear him here, but instead he pulls away. The gate crash out, and the old classic Okamoto, the good old 5 versus 5 on the retake.
I mean, you got the Nightfall that Madeline has to answer back with the one that Xavi is preparing.
Looks like Damara wants to still try and play all up in their face, and I don't blame him. The Prowler, though, does get the catch. Stan! Oh, he's slowed down by that rolling thunder from Russ, but now Lightning Fast gets 2 back for his troubles. Now 3 versus 2. Only with the pistols here. SK Ross
shot big, crucial kill मारा है. Crucial kill मारा है.
And now as they creep in,
भाई crucial kill मारा रॉसी ने बे.
Leave it all on Anakia right now. 72 points of HP. The Prowler will be destroyed. And SK Rossi to put him straight into the grave. Beautiful stuff from Velocity. Bye-bye.
Happy Diwali from London. Love you. Many happy returns of the Diwali John
right? They lead by example in towards this round. They get in towards the site. When you've got the ult to start the affairs from Russ towards the operator that's down in drop. And then you just get out the shots. SK Rossi with the headhunter.
Mara
required one to make that a workable scenario. Madeline around the site as well, doing his damnedest with the bait of the Prowler back around the site. Really smartly done from Velocity. And now there's 4 players that start off over on the other side of the map. For now, leading just PTC to take the challenge.
पूरा stun double blind में मरा है, लेकिन खड़ा हो रहा है बंदा.
Do you want to invest now? Arcro's destroyed, information gathered. Damara though taken by PTC.
अगर अभी भी अगर खड़ा हुआ ना ये 3 राउंड से पहला जा रहा है 3 राउंड से चैट.
They absolutely will up on the sea halls. Zan looking to get all up in their face. He crosses the line. Lightning fast though with 2. Russ gets another. That does take the sweat off this team a little bit right now. Moja, Nakia having to find their way in. And with that gate crash going through, surely they're going to get some information onto the teleport, onto the location of this Yoru. And now the breakaway. It's actually the blind that comes through, but it's not going to matter when Lightning Fast is hitting shots like that. I love this right now. Velocity have responded with 2 on the trot. And they hit 11.
Happy Diwali from Toronto. Love you,
Kashyap. In my mind, PDC does well to get the first one towards Damara. Takes the second one where it's not really necessary. And then you've got Xavi and Zan peeking before the paranoia even pops on through. These are the mistakes that you can't be affording to make. If you're sending in the near site, wait for it to actually eventuate before you go for the individualistic swings. Go for it together.
W Kashyap, bye. Thank you for the Canadian Australian $13. Happy Diwali to you and your family.
And Damara
3 rounds से खड़ा
having
हुआ
a ball right now, doing damage, denying. The Velocity need to make sure that they do not lose this round right now. Zan with 1, denied quickly. And Mojo also taking it very low. SK Rossi finds PTC.
4th round in a row.
Velocity have played this to
सबसे पहले कौन मरा?
Denying the counter eco.
हमारा डमारा.
It's not going to be happening this time round. Mojo with 5 HP.
हमारा डमारा सबसे पहले गया.
Oh yeah, this one's not doable. Velocity get onto 12 and map point for their own map in this best of 3. NAOS are yet to drop a map in this tournament. And now they finally may very well see it unless they can.
डमारा नहीं मरा, डमारा ही मरा पहले अपनी टीम से. वो देख.
Within the battle of rubble, with a couple of the lesser weapons. I mean, you take the knee for a reason, right? You want to play towards the overtime.
अब अभी खड़ा नहीं होना, अब देखना मारेगा.
But now is the time to see if they are going to be able to hold on, because
from
Velocity have their mojo back on this attacking side.
They absolutely do, and mojo is ever so important in a game like Valorant. Having that confidence to flex onto the opponents. And already Zan is caught. The aftershock may have actually put him into the dirt just then, but it will not for now. Madeline, however, finds Zabi. That's the IPL gone down. Already an advantage found by Velocity.
Actual में 9 सारा देखा मारा
Also Moja.
W भाई हम लोग जीत गए हम लोग ने 9 सारा है
Beautiful stuff
सक्रिय थे वो
now.
लोग
He can start to creep through, lock them out, and 2 versus 5. This just should be the final round.
It's the way to
भाई हम लोग
well
actually
again, Mitch, and now he's taken all of
भाई
the space
एक ही
that's
टीम
required
बचा है
to
अभी
clear waterfall
अपने
fully.
ग्रुप में न्यूंगशिम और न्यूंगशिम को ना नाउस ना आ रहा है
at slotting
ए
himself
इज इक्वल
into
टू
these
बी हम लोग
angles
ने
to
सबको
catch them
हरा
off
दिया है
guard.
भाई
And now it's
तो
Zan and
प्लेऑफ
Nakia to
में
see if they
अपना
can win a 2 versus 5.
प्लेऑफ में अपना वो
Certainly the man to potentially look to do it.
क्या बोलते हैं
K Rossi.
कॉन्फिडेंस ऑन टॉप
Now it's going to be the overdrive popped as well. Maybe a chance. He does get the information onto Lightning Fast, but he's got to be careful that he doesn't overheat. And he absolutely does. Straight into the crosshair of Damara.
बंग भाई थोड़ी सी कमेंट्री हो जाती तो मजा आता था ऑब्वियसली 200 में कमेंट्री में दे रहा हूँ और यहाँ पे वेलोसिटी जीत गई है पहला मैप
Don't overdo it. We've only won the one map. If we want to take this competition even
थोड़ी
further,
सी बोला करके
we
थोड़ी
need to
सी
do the
दिया
right thing and keep moving forward.
That's
यार
very
नायका अच्छा
nicely
खेला
played
बे
out by
नायका अच्छा
Velocity,
खेला
making some really smart decisions
Omen.
of thinking a lot on the macro and hitting the micro as well across the whole map.
Binks.
भाई
Don't get me
सेक्सी
wrong,
खेला हो
a couple of slip ups here and
नहीं, ये
there,
बताना है।
but really well played out. And I'm gonna be the bad guy. I'm gonna be the devil in this situation. A lot of
भाई
the success
अपन
that's come
I'm
through from
beatable है अपने
the guys
टीम
over at Now so far has been Zavi, right? He's been sitting at the top time and time again. He's been leading, he's been shooting, he's been finding everything.
100% off
Absent
on
in
diamond.
this map. It feels like
100%
down on the
off.
bottom for the team this time. Very a little bit broken for Now in this regard.
100% ऑफ है लेके आने का
Certainly unusual, Komodo. And with maps like Ascent around the bend, you hope that Zabi is going to be able to pick up and join the
कपल अभी
team.
अचानक से कपल
It was
बोला
very much the Zan show there, wasn't it, Nakia? A couple of bright moments. PTC also able to do a couple of bits and
Love you,
pieces.
Binks,
But yeah,
love
really, that was just
you,
Velocity who were
Dubai.
playing very well as a unit. Great calling. Out of Russ,
भाई
great
हमारा
control.
भाई भी बिल्कुल
SK Rossi hitting his shots as well.
भाई सबने अच्छा खेला
Very, very nice result.
हाँ?
Lightning Fast was also there to continue
Rossi
to
भी
deny
बाप
on
खेला।
that omen. So I think we're seeing
गोलू
a
भी बाप
very,
खेला।
very good era out of the South Asian team in Velocity. But
सब
as I
बाप खेले
mentioned,
भाई।
it's not done just yet. These teams
Happy
have all right now
Diwali
made
from
playoffs. These teams
Ireland.
know that they're going to be having a chance on the big
Love
stage.
you.
But obviously there's plenty more work that they need
अभी ये
to
मत
do.
बोलना आयरलैंड है करके पता नहीं
Absolutely, of course, Ascent is going to be around the corner. That is the map that is chosen by NAOS. Velocity going to be starting on the defensive side. Still, Russ is going to have to look to call a good game for Velocity. It's a different look, more so on Ascent, right? The breach is carrying on forward. The chambers.
Love you, Adra bhai, love you. Bhai, तुम लोग कहाँ से हो?
Lotus, but it does
सारे लोग एक
differently compared
50-50
to Ascent. So I'm excited to see what is going to happen.
देखो।
And also, it doesn't really guarantee here with this win, if Velocity get it, that they get the top seed. That's going to be the results of what happens in the Nongshim game. But
हमारी छोटी दिवाली होती है अपने इधर भी होता है छोटी दिवाली बड़ी दिवाली
Wow, I will never get
भी
bored
होता है।
of being
Sigurd
impressed
से।
at how well Velocity is doing this.
लाइक करो ना तो फिर यहाँ पे होके तुम लोग लाइक नहीं कर रहे हो वो लोग देखो बाहर जाके सुपर चैट कर रहे हैं लाइक कर रहे हैं
It is always entertaining to see them defy doubts over and over again.
दे
I
लिट
mean,
मस
but
इसको दे
everyone's
5 मिनट
sleeping on Velocity. Now is the
They-
time to wake up. People came into this tournament doubting
Go
them.
up,
So
go.
did their opponents. You know, we heard in the content shot with you.
अपन इतना
Almost
अच्छा खेल
every
रहे
team
हैं
ranked Velocity at the
30
bottom of
seconds
the
के
group.
लिए यार
And
OP
now they're
VLT
very
spam कर
close
दो
to
यार
moving to the
यार।
very
भाई
top
इतना
of it.
sexy
An
खेल रहे हैं।
incredible Lotus from them. We
इद्रिस
saw
भाई
Zan
नाम
say
मान
how
रहे
this game is going to be
भाई
easy.
30
They can
seconds के
shoot
लिए
down this
उसके लिए
VLT
VLT के लिए
style,
OP
but they
VLT spam
couldn't
कर दो
manage it at
OP,
all.
OP,
I feel
OP
like
VLT.
Velocity controlled the tempo once again, controlled the pace once again, and we didn't see the same level of strong macro that we've seen from NAOS in the past. They look rattled to me, Bella.
I absolutely agree with that statement, and this also marks the first time NAOS is going to drop a map
Yeah.
in
Ascension.
Ascension Pacific, and
Pratik,
it's going to be Velocity
Introduce
that has
yourself.
done that. It's just amazing for this squad for this squad because yeah, same like everybody else. I was very you know, I didn't believe in the breach that Russ is going to bring, but man, I was not familiar with his game. This guy is so good, and his breach, I mean, he helped a lot for Damara to set Damara up for these fights.
I mean, that's the pairing that we're seeing time and time again. There is other util being thrown in by Lightning Fast and Madeline, but it's mostly that 1-2 combo with Damara with Russ. Damara is able to go crazy because the supporting players around him are so good. He gets so many favorable fights, and then even on top of that, he's winning the fights he shouldn't win as well. He's going absolutely crazy. So much to be excited for with this Velocity team. We will have Ascent next. They're almost certainly going to bring that similar style. So now, NAOS going to be able to shoot it down this next time around on their own map pick. That's the question.
Yes, the $1 billion question. But of course, before we go into the second map, we will go into a short break. So don't go anywhere. We will see you guys soon.
भाग के क्यों आए?
अरे तू बोला ना बेला ही करके
घर पे नहीं आई है वो घर पे ही जैसे क्या रहा है बड़ी दिवाली नहीं होती है इट्स छोटी हमारा मतलब वी सेलिब्रेट लाइक वो मतलब मेरे घर पे है गुच्चू काली चौदस दही वड़ा खाते हैं आज हम मंगाऊंगी मैं यार बट घर का दही वड़ा इज बेस्ट कैसे बनाऊं म्यूजिक ऑफ करके बात करें कम कर दे सोन पापड़ी ओ भाई ये एक सोन पापड़ी नहीं मिली है मंगाना पड़ेगा काजू कल्टी भी नहीं हुआ है मेरे घर बनाए आ जाओ આજે વડા છે ઘરે મને ખબર છે બધાના ઘરે વડા જ છે આજે દહીં વડા मैसूर पाक खाओ कितना घी होता है उसमें रे बाबा सारे गुज्जूस आज सिर्फ दही वड़ा खाने वाले दैट आई नो कल्टी अरे ये बिंक्स का संगत का असर रे बाबा काजू कतली W होता है बिंक्स लाइक्स मैसूर पाक आई डोंट लाइक गारी खावानी અહીંયા નથી મળતી કાલી ચૌદસ એડવાન્સ હેપી દિવાળી હેપી ન્યુ યર સેમ ટુ યુ યાર આ દહીં વડા જ કેમ બને છે કાળી ચૌદસના ખબર નહીં કયા કાકા કાકી આ રૂલ નીકાળ્યો તો મને નથી ખબર પૂછીને આવવું પડશે म्यूट म्यूजिक म्यूट इतना कम कर दी मैं कोंकणी आता है क्या वही वही कसं करतास गाड़ी तो सूरत से भाई मेरे को बिंक्स को भी सूरत लेके जाना है मेरे को उधर का खाना खिलाना है इसको 2 दिन पहले से बोल रही हूँ उसको मैं अहमदाबाद एकदम खाली થઈ ગયું દિવાળીમાં કેમ મારે તો મંચુરિયન ખાવું પડશે મમ્મી ઘરે તો બહારથી મંગાવી લે દહીંવડા મંચુરિયન થી હેલ્ધી હશે મલ્ટીલિંગો होगी अब I can so my Konkani is not that great I can understand thoda thoda it's very similar to Marathi I understand Marathi so थोड़ा थोड़ा बीच में समझता है मतलब लेकिन काफी वर्ड्स इज लाइक वेरी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड सो दैट आई डोंट अंडरस्टैंड लाइक आई हाउ मेनी लैंग्वेजेस डू आई स्पीक इंग्लिश हिंदी गुजराती मराठी 4
सिर्फ 4 ही लैंग्वेज आता तेरे को
वही
छी भाई तेरे को देख हिंदी इंग्लिश मराठी गुजराती कोंकणी
ना बोल
हैदराबादी
क्या बोल के बता हर्ष भाई आटलू स्पैम केम करो छो दूध पाक वड़ा पूरी खावा. ओहो हो. Perfect. Wow.
Alrighty, we are going to Ascent with NAOS versus Velocity. Like we've mentioned,
Mangalore
before,
से कि कन्नड़ा नहीं आता नहीं इसको नहीं
NAOS,
आता.
they are very
कन्नड़ा
strong in
बरू
their
दिला.
individuals. They are
मराठी
very
येते
strong in
पिंकी
their
तुला मराठी
individuals.
हो.
But again, Velocity, I feel
मी
like they have
मराठी
these small details that
शिकलो
make them able
शाळातील.
to win these rounds.
Yeah, this is the
Compulsory
experience
होतो
they
ना.
have. 3 of their players have played in tier 1, and to me it really shows
शाळा
like you say in
शाळामध्ये.
those little things. Think about that 2v1 where Lightning
My
has to
grammar
walk
is very
around the
weak
corner
मराठी
to
में.
make space for Rossi to get that kill. That's a tiny
सीख लो.
thing, a tiny
सीख लो.
thing, but you don't see a lot of players do that.
सीख-
It's easy to get
सीख-
caught up in
सीख-
the moments. They're getting
यार ये
so
बहुत
many things right that the
टंग
top level
ट्विस्टर है
teams
यार
are
ये
getting
सब.
right. And
सिर्फ
that's
मेरे
why
को
they
ना
really
प्रॉपर
close out
लाइक
these maps.
जिसको
I
वो
feel like the
मिसड़
combination of that experience
वो बोलना
and
आता है ना वो
well-drilled
अरे
style
चुप
of
ना रे
play
बाबा, चुप ना, उधर
and
बात
the
कर रहे
explosive
लोग क्या.
style that they've been able to bring out
Chat.
is really
बात
what's
करे ना
setting
chat
them
से.
apart
अरे
in
नहीं,
this tournament.
इम्पोर्टेंट
And they've just been so fun to
नहीं
watch
बात करनी वो
together.
तेरे
I
से.
think they're
बात
bringing
मालूम है, वो
something
बात कर रहा है
totally
भाई, टाइम ही नहीं दे
different.
रहे हो.
Don't care what other people are doing.
जावा
They're
लैंग्वेज
saying,
आती है
"Hey,
नहीं.
this is who we are and we do
जावा
this
दो
best."
आता है.
वेलकम होटल लिमिटेड 2 बेबी.
Yep. And speaking about fun, it's a really interesting thing.
आप
to
मैंगलोर
see,
रहते हो?
right?
नहीं,
Because
ये
I
रहता है.
come from Indonesia.
हाँ.
I have seen the Mara.
देखो इंद्रजीत भाई ये मैसेज भेज रही हूँ भाभी को मेरे को.
Indonesian challengers even like 2 years ago.
पाइथन जावा नहीं
हाँ
आता.
क्या इतने टाइम से क्या हमारा?
He never
क्या?
like
कितना
you
टाइम
know
से?
like being
2 साल
spoke
से
about
वो इंडो टीम
anything,
में खेल रहा
like,
था,
he's
2
just
साल पहले.
silent. But today and for this whole Ascension Pacific, he's been
इसको देख
been
इसको
very
देख.
hyped about everything and
Yup,
he's like,
yup.
having fun in that stage.
I think I love that. You can
Language.
see the confidence of Damara after
बंग भाई
every
कास्टर
round
ने
by
ऐसा
standing
बोला था
up,
वाइस
telling his opponents to
को
take
जब
this.
वो
He
सी
knows
पे
that
था.
he could be the best player in this
अरे
entire
प्लांट क्या?
tournament, and like you say,
अरे
it's so obvious
चिले भाई.
how he's
इलेक्ट्रा!
grown through his time with Velocity.
इलेक्ट्रा है वो, इलेक्ट्रिका क्या है?
मैं हूँ
Coming to
बोला
a
था.
peak. I think winning tournaments like this is
कहाँ
all
से
about
बताओ?
finding your
कहाँ
peak
से
at
बता?
the
बता ना.
perfect time.
नहीं
मेरे को
पता
पता है,
मेरे को.
मेरे को
You
पता है.
definitely make the argument
वो-
here
गुजरात
that
से.
Velocity look like
नहीं
they might
गुजरात
have
से
found
वो.
it.
यूएसए में अभी.
Absolutely.
तो है कहाँ
Mara
से
is
लेकिन?
one of the diamonds
Originally?
we're making.
इंडिया से.
Indonesia.
इंडिया में
Yeah,
किधर?
we also
बोल ना.
also discussed
ओरिजिनली
this,
कहाँ से है वो?
because
जावा
earlier
से
Lotus,
फ्रापेचिनो
there
पीना
was
आता है
one
पिकनी
of
को.
the
Language.
strongest maps from
नहीं पीती वो.
Velocity.
एज ऑल बोला था, एज
Good
ऑल
match
बोला था.
To win
अरे
that map,
भाई.
but we are going to Ascend. We know how strong.
बिल्ड का ट्वीट देखा नहीं? अभी क्या क्या?
Especially with
श्रेयांश भाई
Saudi
thank you for the
on
200.
battle stage.
Yeah, I don't think NAOS will be feeling too worried. Ascent
बोल
is
मत
their
वापस
man,
फोटो डाला.
and I
अबे
think if
भाई
they
मैं
play that
कॉपीराइट
composition
दे सकता हूँ क्या चैट?
दे रही बुढ़.
Vice and the Sage, they will be much better equipped to deal with the
भाई मेरे को सैलरी
Neo
मांगता अभी.
Breach combination that Velocity
डमारा
are
से
able
डबल.
to, put forward. Because
खेल रहा वो है,
Neo
फोटो
Breach
मेरा जा रहा है भाई
engines
एमवीपी में.
don't
ये क्या सीन है?
have as much kind of stopping power utility, and
मैंगलोर से हूँ, मुंबई में रहता हूँ. मैंगलोर से है तू? कसबर सीख रहा है भाई. यार मेरे को बहुत जेलसी है पता है मैंगलोर वालों से.
क्या यूएस से डॉलर्स भेज रहा है वो?
अरे मैंगलोर वैसा पहले मैंगलोर इज अ मैंगलोरियन. यार गिरोश यार गिरोश जाना, मैं फ्लाइट बुक करता हूँ. जाना लेके आना गिरोश.
जा सकती हूँ मैं आफ्टर दिवाली.
Yes, because
जा
we were
सकते.
talking
रिदम आऊजा भाई, थैंक यू फॉर द मेंबरशिप.
before this match, like in the pre-match, Russ
Thank with Kaushik.
he's able to adapt fast. He's able to read their opponents, and yeah, there are of course no changes for now here in
ये अपना
Ascent.
मैप
They
नहीं है,
have
ठीक है?
been looking promising
ये अपना
so
मैप
far
नहीं
in
है.
this map.
Yeah, very much so. Sitting at 2-0 here on the side of Velocity. Also, no changes.
मैं तो बोलता हूँ ये बाई दे दो, नेक्स्ट मैप खेलेंगे सीधा. ये अपना मैप नहीं है.
This kind of composition is certainly much more unorthodox on Ascent than it is on something like
भाई कोई
Lotus.
मैंगलोर से
So
इधर आके
look
वो
for NAOS to
हीरोज
be
का
able to
चालू करो ना
exploit the
दुकान.
weaknesses a little bit more easily here. I
अरे
think
इधर भी
NAOS
मिलता है लेकिन
still
वैसा
gonna be feeling good, but Velocity
ऑथेंटिक टेस्ट नहीं
brimming
है.
with
उधर से
confidence.
आके इधर बना सकते हैं
Yes,
ना वहाँ.
absolutely. This is going
उधर
to
का
be
ही चेफ और उधर
interesting
का ही
once
स्पाइसेस
again
और उधर का
in
ही सब चीज.
Ascent between
रोज
Velocity
अपडाउन
and NAOS. This is their map pick for now. So let's see if they
भाई
are
अपन ने
able
अच्छा
to
खेला अभी
adapt,
हफ्ते
if
लौटने
they
ने.
are
एक
able
राउंड थ्रो
to
हुआ
read
बस.
what Velocity
हाँ?
is going to bring. Of course, the actions are with your casters here.
लेकिन
Komodo
चलेगा
and
भाई.
Kong.
उसके जगह पे 4 राउंड
Well,
बाप
Morgan,
के लिए
confidence is a scary, scary thing. You should have seen how up and about I was when I outfragged Komodo in the playtest 1 year. It's a scary, scary thing, and Velocity are running with that right now. Komodo can now spring this one back.
Maybe, but I'll have you know,
Gyros.
one day I'll put you on my
Mushroom
gyros.
gyros.
But fumbling is what these teams are not going to do here on this one. Ascent is the play. It's the same compositions that these two teams know and love. Velocity their own style. Now can pull some strats and stuff from Paper X and from Fnatic.
वो spices नहीं लेके आ पाएंगे ना, जाना पड़ेगा ना.
Well, and this could be the time for Velocity to win this series 2-0 cleanly. Take that challenge in towards who is going to potentially get the first seed. Yeah, for now, though, if they are able to answer back, send us to Haven, try to win the series and get that top seed into the playoffs. No casualties for the other stages.
अपना stack बहुत अच्छा है chat.
Towards SK Rossi.
All the lot of Binks and Binks, thank you for so much entertaining. Thank you for always entertaining everyone. All the best to VLT. Love you, love you. Binks, come for watch party Hyderabad macha. Cannot macha.
We talked about this battle sage and how
Russ
well
ने
it
दो
can
मारे.
do, but
Russ
we've also talked
consistently
a lot
अच्छा
about
खेल रहा
Russ.
है.
Finds Moja, finds Zan. Also a third. Very nicely done. Zavi denied.
भाई अपना stack भी अच्छा था. Russ ने मारा भी दो बाप.
With the pistol.
Oh, that could have got a little bit risky for them at the end there in the 1 versus 2.
Starting में मेरे को लगा लग गए. लेकिन भाई Russ on top भाई. क्या मारा उसने दो बे. क्या मारा. ये दो crucial. वो दो crucial kill थे chat. भाई क्या हो गया है भाई Russ को. भाई ये लोग जीत सकते 2-0 भाई. तीन मारे अरे स्टार्टिंग में जो दो मारा अभी वो एकदम क्रूशियल. भाई मैंने आपके साथ CS1v1 किया था कॉमिक कॉन मुंबई में. मजा आ गया था. मैं जीता था भाई. मैं जीता था. हेलो वो रिजल्ट नहीं बताएगा. स्टार्टिंग में तो लीड पे था लेकिन बाद में मेरा टिट्स हर्ट. मेरा ईगो हर्ट हुआ. W अभी ये मत बोलना ये आउटलॉस हेडशॉट क्यों नहीं मार रहे करके. ठीक है पिकाचूस.
Sheriff from Zan. He looks to creep around, but now as we see Damara just straight all up in the grill, what can you even do there, can you?
ए तू खड़े हो जा
Straight into it. Velocity with 2.
खड़े हो जा. टीम मार लेगी. खड़े हो जा.
Yeah, and they'll pick up the gun to carry on over to the next round as well. Could have been flawless, but the little jump there to try and dodge out the bullets.
W.
Doesn't work on out. Good little stronghold, good reveal and tag as well, right? Just
must था ना reveal और spam भी.
But I can't help but wonder, when we start to get into the proper rifle rounds, can Velocity continue it, Mitch? Because we've so far seen the good stacking towards A and the stacking towards B. It was the right spots 2 times over. What happens to Velocity when things change up around the map?
बाप रे.
Damara may be getting a little bit too complacent there, a little bit overzealous. I mean, though,
अच्छा डैमेज दिया. मार सकता था. पॉसिबल था.
Play a little bit more risky.
अच्छा डैमेज दिया.
And lightning fast. Oh, you might be able to catch a couple of members off guard here. Moja definitely watching that top mid position. And now as we see Russ joining him, it's going to be an awkward line. Great opening. Lightning fast, nicely done. Xander's got a couple back.
क्या मारा बे गोलू ने.
Yeah, that's a very important frag that actually happens from Zan there. The fact that he gets both of them as well.
Low.
Keeps it workable for NAOS. And this one, that would have been a good shot from SK Rossi to potentially claim the bonus. But now, just Madeline. Here's the footsteps.
Your time to shine, my friends.
Sorry.
You've been looking good in this series. If you can catch Zan, maybe there's a world, maybe there's a way. They're separated. Now he's split the wicket. He's found the shot. Madeline! Oh, I saw it coming. I was willing it into existence, but it does not happen. Denied.
भाई
And all
कितना
NAOS can do is laugh
क्लोज
it off.
भाई.
Man, that gets super close though, doesn't it?
एंटी प्रो मैक्स था बे ये.
3, because you know what we always say, Conky. You don't win the
भाई
1 versus
डैमेज
3,
अपने
you lose the
insane
3
दिया है.
versus 1.
insane.
And Nakia just luckily gets that last one, but I gotta say that is some.
भाई एंजॉय कर. अरे के प्लेऑफ में क्वालीफाई हो गए लोग.
From Velocity.
सारे टीम्स ये लोग क्वालीफाई हो गए प्लेऑफ के लिए. अभी दिस मैच इज लाइक स्क्रिम अपर ब्रैकेट और कौन किसके सामने खेलेगा सीडिंग के लिए.
Not the happiest of helpings.
प्लेऑफ के लिए क्वालीफाई.
Financial pool
प्लेऑफ
is
में
down.
6 टीम्स है जिसमें से 2 टीम को स्लॉट
Investing
मिलेगा.
all the way.
तो अगर हम लोग ने ये लोग को हरा दिया ना
Bit of a look here
तो
up
बेसिकली वी आर द
towards-
बेस्ट इन द ग्रुप
From mid top.
टेक्निकली.
Creeping their way in towards short now. Nakia Going to be trying to lay a helping hand. Rossi
lag.
ripped off immediately. Very bold to be crossing that position so late into the rounds. Especially dry outside market.
Mods active
now,
रहना.
See now slot their way in towards top mid.
Now the thing is for SK Rossi though, he's going to keep on putting a premium on getting these snipers and such. He needs to be holding the lines to a tight degree. He needs to make sure that he's not getting caught off guard like that.
No distractions. Lightning fast now, caught out, but not before he
Damara
takes down
ka
Zan in the process. Oh, Damara watches the line. It makes it tricky, but that's a great catch with the double up. However, it's not going to matter when Nakia has found 3. And now this rotation coming in from PTC, surely going to be able to find Russ here. He does shoulder it. Very wise, very intelligent.
Hey, do badam teen.
Certainly a winnable prospect here for the side of Velocity. One away from that Rolling Thunder, Komodo.
Haters be active. Language.
One enemy
The line.
remaining.
Great shot from Xavi, so denied. It's not going to be happening today. Nor is the ace that's going to be coming through for Nakia. It's just all onto Madeline, who almost nearly did win that 1v3 prior. Makes a good effort of it. Jumping around the bend. Doesn't quite see Mojo in time.
चलेगा. अपने पास पैसे.
Straight back in with 2.
Rossi was ult भी है chat.
Here, as I think we're going to have to see a weaker purchase to come out from Velocity here.
I mean, some really good shots that does come through from Nakia in that round, but I'm kind of seeing him go for the
Champs के बाद से वैरायटी गेम होने वाला था. 21 तारीख से हो रहा है. वुचान खेल रहे. 21 तारीख को अपन वुचान खेल रहे. 21 को.
Members only भी same ही हो रहा है.
Members only वालों चालू कर दिया है. वालों चालू कर दिया है members only. हेटर.
रात को खेलो ना कुछ.
तू बड़ा members only में LOL box के अलावा 4 गेम खेलती है.
भाई LOL blocks में इतनी वैरायटी कुछ और
बोल दिया ना LOL box है वो.
Open up the accounts.
बोल दिया ना.
Jealous
बोल दिया ना.
At least रोज members
बोल दिया ना. क्या टिल्टर है. खुद बोल दिया ना LOL box है वो. बोल दिया ना वो LOL box है बस.
Game crash denied for Moja inside mid. So nothing really happening at this point in time.
तेरा
Just a
डेल्टा
slow
ऐसा
rotation
सब
back
बेच
around.
दूंगी ना. तू जिस दिन
Velocity,
सोया होगा उस दिन
immovable
सारा
with the
सामान बेच दूंगी मैं.
Yeah, well, not getting too close with that judge.
Good
at the
LOL
right
blocks
spot,
बोल
though,
के
with
खुद ही
the
tilt हो
movement
गए
from
देखो.
NAOS over towards the B site. Got a forward line being held, of course, in mid, but it is SK Rossi just playing to see what damage you can get before getting out of dodge and rendezvousing to market. Now's the time that we start to see some movement, though, from the guys over at
Rossi
B.
भी इधर आ सकता
Madeline
है.
confirming some information.
It's going to be an awkward line to try and fight here. He does shoulder out Moja, and I think he's pulled a lot of info, but SK Rossi taken down by Zan. Now that Rolling Thunder coming through as well, making it very, very awkward, but it's not really going to matter when the whole side of NAOS are basically straight on out. Moja's done it all by himself, completely solo for this point in time, but Damara makes his work cut out for him. Zan does get the trade back, however, in good time, but lightning fast. I think this might be a little bit of a uphill battle from here with just the judge.
Yeah, Ross getting out that Rolling Thunder as well. Catching Madeline, who then gets scanned by Nakia. So just peppered through the wall. Feels a little bit awkward and, you know, setting up your team for failure a little bit in that moment. SK Rossi once again also
excuse me.
Having his head removed. So we're getting a little bit of this awkwardness from Velocity, but again, still really early stages. That was a lesser buy as well, so shrug it off. Full focusing towards the next round.
Short base. Short base.
Very well executed, despite all that utility coming on
Chat,
through.
look crispy de rahe
It might have just been a slightly off
crispy
call,
de rahe,
right?
chat.
You know, throwing it from the back of sight.
Rajat bhai, thank you for the membership. Meri jaan ke
Never really know what's
toads.
happening there. Russ's utility has been mostly good, but right then, it certainly favored NAOS.
Oh, the big weapons are back in possession for Velocity.
Full buy hai, full buy hai.
A lot of teams so far when it comes to Ascent going for it. SK
Eco hai
Rossi,
अपन.
again, just not
Arey mat bolna.
off before being taken down.
usko dikhai diya.
Now, isn't he? Absent without leave as well. You've got to be putting up that impact as the chamber, you know, when you opt to take that as the sentinel.
अपना मैप नहीं है भाई, वो लोग काउंटर कर रहे हैं अपने भाई को.
Great shot from Zan. That's a second.
Typically,
The Omen not known for their
अपना नहीं है,
operator
उसका खुद
skills,
का है.
but it's working out for him so far. 3 versus 5.
Yeah, these are the scenarios that you don't want to drop as NAOS as well, right? You want to leave no stone unturned, clear everything that you possibly can. 2 individual moments for Velocity without trades.
मैं members only chat कर दूंगा. बकचोदी नहीं है. अभी बोल रहा
I'll be
हूँ.
seeing it now. Again, another individual play from Lightning Fast around the bend.
if he pops the paranoia at the right time, but I don't think he's going to be afforded it at all. Gonna get that utility out. He may actually get the catch onto one. Okay, here we go. Maybe there's a chance, but he makes the right choice. He pulls out the resurrection here for Nakia. PTC comes back as well with another, and Russ unfortunately goes down, so it would have to be all lightning fast. And they walk out at the most opportune time. Perfect synergy through that dark cover, and all of them are up and about. No, 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 they say. This is certainly now us back into the fray.
हमारा भाई अब भी बोल रहा
हूँ shift the spike over towards Dan and TP to the B site for example.
बोलो
PTC does get one in there. You've got a
बोलो ना
4 versus 1 essentially.
कैसे उसको रीड आएगा
Take it together and have that ult info for
जरबा tag of the $500
there, and you know, we're seeing the same sort of things plague Velocity at the moment. I'm wondering if a timeout is in order to have the discussions, get the coach input, get the team to settle and really recognize what's going on.
Godspeed, bye.
Damara clearly getting a little bit of his own medicine right now. And I think it's a perfect time for Godspeed to give the guys a bit of a pep talk. But also the exact same thing can be said for NAOS, right? They're certainly a team that thrives off the vibes. But you can't get too out of
बात कर रहे हैं Guys, क्या सीन है?
Definitely so.
पहली बार मैंने बात करते हुए देखा
at least the safety net and finding the first map, but you got to feel like the way that they were sort of closing a lot of those rounds should give them still really good ideas coming in towards this map. And it's not like they haven't played this map throughout this tournament, right? Velocity did play this one against Full Sense. It did get
just saying जो गेम बात नहीं किया था वो गेम जीते थे अपन
13-11, and that was also the
hater ही कह दे.
They started off 0-6 down on their attacking side.
Ascent तो अभी क्यों में नहीं है, फिर इसमें कैसे आ गया पैसा देके?
It's run pretty damn smoothly.
VLT owner के पास बहुत है.
Looks like it may very well have been some sort of equipment issue anyway, so it shouldn't be too far before.
जुगाड़ लगा के
spilt a drink.
बोला कि खेलते हैं Ascent.
When you've had no tech issues and you're, you know, only into the second map, you're not seeing a mouse go flat, perhaps.
Nah.
Who's done something, but it's okay.
सुधांशु भाई गांव में हाथी के लुल्ले.
It's fine. We're back immediately.
I don't think any of the 10 players in the server have negative aura.
You're probably spot on.
+1.
Yeah.
Just the casters.
You will have Lucifer song सुनो.
We're so far out of the plane.
नहीं.
It's like, yeah. Anyways.
मैं सिर्फ एक ही का song सुनता हूँ.
See if he's going to be able to do anything with that, or if the pistols can somehow be decisive enough to deal a blow, keep things close. Opportunity for the overdrive and a Hunter's Fury if you need. It is the passive nature from NAOS that starts to clear necessary cores.
सारे मन में.
मन में नहीं है. आता ही नहीं है.
अच्छा भाई starting.
NAOS team not known for taking these rounds too quietly.
तेरे को पता है ना मैं उसका गाना क्यों सुनता हूँ?
Point has had a slow game so far. Really big opportunity for him to
One
pick up.
thing is common.
Great opening shot
Anaconda.
from PTC with his fabled lurk. And now as they start to move their way in, fake out hit. And a couple of warning shots as well, but only 2 left in the chamber here, unfortunately, which means they're actually going to start to pull away here now. So now the focus set on towards B.
It's a bit of a different look as well in where they're placing
this. Attacking map है, कितना वो चाहिए? Rounds?
You want to see PTC bring that into the B main control and catch Velocity off guard a lot. Who focus on the mid flanks more often than the B main stuff on the Eco now though. Quick on in.
This could get awkward, Komodo. 15 seconds. Yeah, exactly right. Russ has already found one on the Xavi, and now they have to get moving very, very quickly. Russ could keep going. Russ could do damage. He could be the hero that they deserve right now, Komodo. He's still alive, still kicking. Lightning Fast joining the fray. But how much longer is it going to be, my word? How does that even happen? Lightning Fast and Russ from the boat shed.
भाई गोलू ने दिखता ही नहीं कि वहाँ पे करके एंड कैंपर I mean होल्ड क्या किया है साइड. रस वहाँ पे जी जान से लड़ रहे, 2 मारे, ब्लाइंड दिया, शॉटगन लेके बैठा ये. भाई ना मान रहे भाई. भाई रस है, भाई रस
again another scenario where I'm saying unless
भाई रस है, सच्ची रस है.
Bloody well happens.
Very, very clean, Komodo.
ऐसा एक मारने वाला आइडल चाहिए.
That's an awesome ultimate The Hunter's Fury denied.
Normal ult में वो लोग मरे क्या?
Combined.
कि वहाँ से उसने stun दिया?
Sudden could allow Velocity to
नहीं
get
ना,
back
normal
towards
ult में
this
मरे ना
series
वो
now.
लोग?
The dark cover to allow some safe passage towards Wine, but will they be drinking? We'll have to see shortly.
हाँ?
Nice.
There's no resurrection as well,
सिर्फ
right?
blind ult
That's
मारा ना?
been
If
previously
I'm not wrong.
utilized, so
Blind था लेकिन stun नहीं था ना?
solidified.
Normal blind ult मारा ना?
he's down.
Oh man, SK Rossi's got such a tough task here. They do manage to find their way out. The barrier wall will be destroyed, which means that Xavi now just needs to get the slow orb up by themselves.
Honestly, and then this Valor from VLT super proud. Actual
match.
match. Actual match है खेल रहे हो.
PDC with the Steel Garden at the right time could be quite large, especially with Xavi finding
मेरे को क्या देख रही है?
Stuff so far. The double
मेरे को क्या देख रही है?
might be able to get a rude awakening onto Zan. No, what am I kidding? Zan continues to hit these shots, and even when he's slowed down by the fault line, he's able to get a second in the round here. This was a 3 versus 5 here, Komodo, and now Damara being denied. It's all on the lightning fast. He got 3 in the previous round, but he would need to repeat that again this time. And they're so split up, so separated. And now Zan even caught in the helping hands. He gives him a little cuddle inside the garden. And that is beautiful denial from NAOS. There was no way they should have been winning that round any day of the week.
No, not at all. 3 versus 5. You take the space up towards the rafters, and you do it
Kana bhai,
together
kya
as a
scene?
team.
Really loving this game.
Just surviving on through it, right? Russ's stun, stuns the cosmetic.
They
I haven't
say
said that in
actually
this
bola.
tournament just yet. It's something
By
that's
5v3
overrepresented
था भाई.
time and time again. We go from the thrifty of Velocity.
अरे मालूम है ना 5v3 है, क्यों बोल रहे हैं लोग वापिस बंटा की पब्लिक?
Come on, Rossi.
ये मारेगा, ये मेरे को फील आ रहा है.
Velocity shake now.
ये मेरे को फील आ रहा है.
NAOS, you know, aren't playing.
Anti
ये मेरे को फील आ रहा है भाई.
10 out of 10
Anti
Valorant
Rossi,
right
it's
now.
not you. We
They're
get
certainly
it.
getting away with some interesting
It's not you,
positions.
Rossi. It's okay.
Rossi out once again, unable to find that opening pick here, but now
Damara
Damara
gaya.
very, very close. I think PTC could be in for a rude awakening here.
Yeah, Damara.
If he peeks at the right time, the Arcros does spot the information though, so they know somebody's
बक्की
in
से
here. They
इतना
know
लंबा
someone's
नहीं
up
मार
close.
सकते, गया वो.
Still has the fast lane, still has the relay bolt, but who's going to creep on towards them? And now the dimensional drift is popped as well, Komodo. They're going to be making their way in all together. There is dimensional support as well.
Mara be.
They have to pull away.
मारा बेचा.
Drones and Nakia to send in there first. You got the wall up right now. Oh, that shot comes through. How does that happen?
A little uncomfortable now, but at least Xavi from the top of the wall does find another, and Russ going down too. So Lightning Fast does get to play this round at the very least. So 45 points of HP. Spike now planted. Very, very doable here still. Xavi
Last map उसका खुद का मैप तो मारा ना बे चैट. ठीक है ना, ये गेम अनलकी हो रहा है थोड़ा सा.
His way in to try and connect here. Xavi, he would have to find him straight off the rip, but the good damage is dealt. And now with the heal as well, I think Lightning Fast isn't overly interested. He's making the right decision here by pulling away. That's 6 for NAOS on the board right now on the attacking side of Ascent here, Komodo.
Yeah, I'm looking at what's happening in B main as well there, right? You kind of got everything that you
छह
want.
rounds
No
बहुत ज़्यादा है
drone
बे
that you can
लेकिन.
get sent in for your opponent's side to clear you. I was kind of waiting for the petty to drop for Damara to stun on in and slide with the Bucky, right? Or get set up with a dart from Madeline. We saw the shock dart come on in, but we saw nothing on the back of it. Like, if you want to actually maximize the chances
वो लोग
in that
pistol
sort of
भी नहीं
scenario,
जीते बे.
you saw the Arcros. You know that PTC is there. Even if you're just using that utility to get that one kill,
trick है,
go for a
one
better
trick Damara
weapon.
भी है.
He should be
वही
repeating
one
that
trick
sort
से
of
लोग
position
यहाँ
because
से
you're
जीत के
allowed
Ascension गए.
NAOS to get closer
वही
to the
one
site
trick
and
से वो
set
लोग
up
ने दो
properly.
टीम को भी हराया.
They are going to
वही
walk
one
over
trick से वो लोग
We
playoff के लिए
saw
भी
it
qualify हो
previously
गए.
in the 2 series that they
हाँ?
played on this
तुम
map.
बेंचो
They are
one
very
membership
clinical
नहीं ले
when it
पा रहे हो.
comes to their
One trick के
executions
बारे
on
में
this
बात
side,
करते हो.
if
चुप
you
रहो.
allow them to do so.
A very momentum-driven team as well. Vibes Merchants, as mentioned. That's why they've got such a backing here. Now Damara, great shot there opening onto Moja.
ये round
Dan will reposition
Rossi दो
accordingly,
मारे.
and I don't think they're actually ready
मैं
for
भी
this as
Rossi
well.
support हूँ.
Up towards the
Heavy
generator
वाला.
here. The 2 members now stuck inside A main.
फालतू
It
हेट
makes it
देने
so
वाले मुझे नहीं
uncomfortable for
पसंद.
them. Damara just having a little bit of a spot forward. Nakia actually up
ये
and
क्या है
over on
भाई?
the wall, but he's denied
ये
the
कौन
rest
सा
of the team. I
strat है?
don't think that was actually meant to go this way.
एक बंदा ऊपर से बाकी
Try
से
and pick up the
और
additional
build कर
orb
रहे हैं.
here. One more kill potentially for Xavi, and he might be able to get the resurrection, but it's denied completely.
देखो
PTC
technically अभी दो
has
है
to try and
नहीं.
do it solo. Rotation is here. They would
Technically अभी दो
absolutely
है
have to
नहीं.
fumble this one. Velocity already coming
कोई
deep
बात
in on the
नहीं.
flank is going to
Same.
be SK Rossi. So PTC
Technically दो है नहीं. भाई वो क्या
gonna
strat
have-
था?
They can just sit. They can just sit.
Let's go, Rossi. Let's
दो
go.
Be
बंदे
careful,
ऊपर
they're in
रहते
money
तो
too.
फिर होता था. देखो दो नहीं है वरना मारता था वो दो. W.
BTC not looking in the right direction. SK Rossi back on towards the board. And it is a late resurgence into the half here for Velocity.
Really well started as well, dodged off the paranoia.
भाई ये मेरे को एक्चुअल में लगा ये W स्टार्ट है अगर दो बंदे वॉल पे और जब भी सेज और ब्लेयर है तो वो लोग वॉल तोड़ रहे दो बंदे पीक करके मारे.
I was sinking feeling that it could have been a fake, but Zan just didn't.
लेकिन जब एक ही बंदा खड़ा था ना,
was playing more passive, hoping that someone would come out of main, that he could catch the freebie.
Left,
very
right,
good realization from Velocity that they can still be very focused in towards the kind of element that they need to in main, right? That wall, I'll be real,
is a third match?
Troll. You isolated yourself into the 1vx fight there over on NAOS' side.
I think he was trying to get the orb, right? Like, surely there's no other way.
He was too off though. So even if he gets that, he'd need a kill or go to the other side of the map where you've not got the proper lurk in this time from PDC. So yeah, just a
right idea, wrong execution.
तीन मैप पहुंच रहा है हाय तीन मैप पूछ रहा है. थर्ड मैप तो अरे मैं देखा नहीं. ये थर्ड मैप अपना भी अच्छा है ना. हेवन अपना भी अच्छा है चैट.
You got the weaponry as well back in possession of Velocity because they were backwards and forwards a little bit.
वो मैं बोलना भूल जाता हूँ तू बोल. भाई उधर झाकड़ी मार रहे.
There quite contained was just the one in the middle for Velocity. So this is the time to try and equalize us up on the 6-6 or to be a little bit more demanding from now close on the 8-4. We're going to have a couple of different battles across the extremities around the map. The A main control, getting your chamber on the line.
Hi, ये सब cheap games कौन खेल रहा है?
That's a team flash that you don't really want to see from Mocha. Self flash rather.
A little bit of scraps, Komodo. That's why we love it.
W, chal, redemption.
Of the round, SK Rossi. Oh no, you've got to hit those, my friends.
Next,
that allows PPC to continue to live on here. There is still 3 members over towards the side of B as we now see Velocity make their way through. Damara and Lightning Fast. It's only going to be one and done though, as Damara has to try and hold this completely solo. And he will be stuck inside A main. This is going to be so challenging for him to do, to just try and buy that additional time. They know exactly where he is. Recon dart in to try and gather some further information. Arc Rose destroyed. They have to clear it together and they will. Beautiful stuff there from NAOS. Knowing exactly where they need to be in, where they need to clear.
They're going to go on down to get the res back onto Zan. They want to 100% this round.
Very, very wise, Komodo. Madeline, SK Rossi.
Got
revenge for SK Rossi. Now it's an opportunity to really try and get their way back into their way through. It's going to be the recon bolt out first.
W's done, I'll peek.
And look at this utility coming out from the breach in Russ. He's doing absolutely everything for the team to be allowed out towards heaven, but they're still sitting back. They're still holding this position. Naki will now drop Russ the paranoia to just try and 100% this round. They've used a lot of utility, but it's absolutely perfect. And that is going to be Nakia with the 3K to afford a 7th round for NAOS. Looks like this one is going to be going to this series.
It's really crispy aim to come through in the end there, and this is a good benefit of getting that resurrection as well. 5 players alive in that post-play scenario. There's so many different angles that NAOS are going to be able to hold that spike from. No one's under hell, they're all in main, so I kind of like the idea from Russ to get that fault line over towards the main post play, so at least try and facilitate the team to drop in towards the site. But again, just too many numbers across the board when you've got like
बकचोदी तो हो रही है सर्वर में यार. चलो सेंड फाइट. W.
Gets an opener and gets out.
Oh no, Damara. And it's so disappointing. Immediately gets his head ripped off, and I think they're going to be moving very, very quickly.
एक और W. दो मारे. भाई सेंड फाइट is not bad. सेंड फाइट is not bad. हाँ रस भाई दे उसको गन दे रिलोड कर देगा. अरे भाई.
He certainly can be again. Lightning fast PP's in. It's in the market. He's going to be able to pick up all his veggies, get a coffee with it as well, but he'll need to make sure he takes the frag too. Xavi knows exactly where this man is clearing, veering, but instead he's going to close the gate and try and close out this clutch.
He had no idea until
भाई गोलू का दूसरा नाम है क्लच मास्टर.
नहीं मत बोल.
He was stuck getting towards the site.
Actual में
throw a little
Clutch
bit of
master.
panic into the mind of
One way
Lightning
smoke,
Fast.
एक और smoke देगा
Would
देख,
be for
एक
an
और smoke
8th
देगा
round,
backside.
8 attackers sided
दे
rounds
ban
from
चुगलू.
NAOS. Zavi, you were
One
talking
पे जहाँ से
about
टांग
him
दिखता है
being
वैसा वाला
absent
कुछ
in
दे,
the previous
crazy वाला.
map of Lotus Komodo, and I would absolutely agree.
अब
But
एक और बार
absence
pick लेना
makes the
Zavi.
heart grow fonder, Komodo, but he will be denied. Lightning Fast secures
Clutch
themselves the clutch.
master baby.
And NAOS, they will not find
गोलू
any
ही
stable
कह
option.
दे.
Game still on.
Yeah,
हाँ?
it could have been a really rough moment for Velocity as well when you consider that
7-5 is not bad, Jack.
Russ just transitioning and reloading in the open. I thought he
7-5 is
recognized
not
where Zavi
bad.
was at the end there because he popped the Rolling Thunder, right? I thought he was going to rip it over towards main, but he thought better off it. Just here in the replay, you see it.
Short bay,
And it was an
short
opportunity
bay.
for Zavi to potentially
हाँ,
get that 3 versus 1
कुछ
or
नहीं,
1
हो
versus
गया
0 on
half,
that moment in time,
7-5.
but Unfortunately not. 11 HP. Lightning Fast gets it done. 7-5.
HK, language, language, Jerry.
Close. Are we going to get the third
Ace
map?
था.
I don't know.
हाँ,
We'll have to
क्या
stay
ace
around
था?
to the next half to
Ace,
see.
right to ace.
अच्छा. अभी हम लोग को अच्छा पिस्तौल चाहिए.
Yeah, if NAOS win this, I'd go heat up food. If Velocity win, obviously, then we're fine. I was gonna, yeah, no, I was gonna wait, but it's the difference between 7 p.m. dinner and 8
Hi,
p.m.
Rebel.
dinner. I think I can wait to be honest.
कैसे हो यार?
But
Hello, Rebel. Hello, कैसी चल रही है rank push? Fake है बे, non-member है. इस केस में तो मेरा membership भी था. ऐसा गेम प्ले होने के बाद भी. Non-member है.
as well, 3 days.
Free का
before I
membership
fly out,
देते हैं.
my God.
जो भी होता है ना,
फ्री का.
तो क्या हो गया? था ना?
Free.
था ना? था ना?
Squid.
हर चैनल में फ्री मेंबरशिप कैसे मिल रही है? मेरे में भी मिला
कल ही
इसको.
मैंने ज़ेरेफ का membership
ज़ेरेफ?
लिया भाई.
Then
क्या फ्री?
तो क्या हो गया?
just gotta hold on till then.
रेगा का भी मिला था.
मैंने फ्री में लिया ज़ेरेफ का. रेगा का भी मैंने फ्री में लिया. मैं क्या करूँ अभी, वो लोग रेडी है तो. फ्री में लिया मैंने.
ऐसी अश्लील बातें कर रहा है ये तो.
ज़ेरेफ का तो आदत है, वो नाइट मार्केट जाता रहता ना. सोना मच्छी.
Back in action immediately. Velocity.
Golden
a great
fish.
recovery
Golden
there in the
fish
finale.
बोलते हैं
Lightning
ज़ेरेफ को.
Fast with
His
the clutch,
nickname,
meaning
Golden fish.
that NAOS will
हाँ?
not get the lead that they
तो
were
बस
hoping
उसको
for
gold
here in
fish
an
बोला.
8-4, and it's
मैं
tight
उसको
game
नहीं बुला
still.
रही कुछ.
Goldfish. Goldfish is not
Indeed.
bad.
We're going to get a clean 2-0 from
15
Velocity,
second का
trailing
memory
at the
हाँ?
moment.
15 सेकंड का मेमोरी है.
Or now it's going to send
कुछ
us
है,
into
मतलब
the
goldfish
third.
बोल दो
Silence in the
उसको.
skulking up towards this B site where the Vice utility does lurk and lie. So do you want to disrespect it and go together or bait it out?
ओ.
Slow down.
Pause
really.
करके क्वेश्चन पूछूंगा.
Now's that will go through.
हाँ?
Looks like
ओ
the
मत
boost
बोला.
will
ऐसा
see
क्या हुआ
Velocity
जो
trying to
हुआ
find
वॉल
this.
अप हुआ तो? कोई है नहीं साइड में? ओ मैं भी देखा बेंच कौन 4 बंदे साइड में आ
Close
गए
and
क्या?
personal. I think they're going to allow this spike plan.
पीछे आ रहे
comfort
पीछे
here.
देख. सेज और ओमन. और
A little bit of
योरो
damage
भी.
on towards Nakia can get healed up back out of course. Now you got the
पकड़े
awareness
गए.
flank is a
अभी
potential
क्वेश्चन है
from
कि
the
क्या-क्या
trademark,
अपने
but
पास
this is just gonna be
utils
a
है.
scrappy
एक blind है,
battle
stun
in
भी
this
आ रहा
5
है.
versus 5.
भाई अपने पास
burnt out all the
काफी
time,
यूटिल्स
haven't
है.
they?
रिकॉन
Now
उनका
wrapping
तोड़ना
back
पड़ेगा
in.
बस. गोली पास ब्लाइंड है क्या?
Getting out of long. Straight through main. Now Rossi.
काफी
Looking to be the
utils
first one to
थे.
take point here, but now they are respecting it. They are really taking their time, wanting to dot their eyes.
W
cross their
stun.
T's.
W
Rossi finds the TikTok
W
wall
Rossi,
from
W
Zavi.
stun.
Great opening pick here, and now they have to really pick up the
W,
pace now.
W,
But I don't
W.
think there's going to be any
7-7
safe passage
clean.
towards
भाई
the side here.
ब्रिक्स के
Velocity.
सामने
Beautiful
रिटे
stuff.
कैसे
Another pistol,
कैसे?
another
हाँ?
round, and
एक
another
साथ
chance
आने का
towards
प्लान
closing the
था.
series out
वो लोग
2-0.
का एक्चुअली प्लान
I'm
अच्छा था.
thinking to
दो
myself,
इधर
this
से
is gonna
दो
be a
उधर से
scrappy
एक
5
बॉल
versus
के ऊपर.
5 pistol in
प्रॉब्लम
the
क्या
middle,
हुआ?
right? When you've got
Stun.
the utility still a little
ये
bit
देख.
there for the
जिससे
side of
बॉल अप
NAOS,
हुआ,
but it is just
चल
some
वो दो
really
बंदे
sharp
आइसोलेट हो गए.
crossfire
ये दो
being
बंदे
held
हेल्प नहीं
by
कर सकते.
Velocity and
ये देख,
everybody
ये
on
देख
the
सकते
money
हैं.
with clicking
क्या?
that mouse button
G
to get
fighting.
the
G
kill.
fighting.
5 alive, flawless pistol containment field for
Classic
Velocity.
G
They
का.
are definitely looking to tie this one up and start their affairs on this attacking
ब्रिज
side
ने रस
super
भाई
early.
एक्चुअल में
Not
उसका
back to what I
यूटिल्स
mentioned
अच्छा है.
earlier as well, Mitch, right? They started
Utils
0-6 against full sense before waking up. So the fact that they're already here is good.
बेचारा यूरू देख रहा है कि ऑर्ब लेके गए कि नहीं. लेके गए भाई, हम बी पे भी जा रहे हैं ऑर्ब लेने.
Slow approach. Velocity not looking to overstay their
6-7.
welcome here. It wasn't exactly a stack, but they did have a bit of control. PTC making the call now, trying to get rotation in from Nakia. They've invested nothing into this round.
No, full eco. See if you can get a cheeky thrifty, because we've seen one of those before. This is definitely the time to just equalize and focus to the bonus.
Meme है क्या है meme?
Us boomers यार, educate us please.
It's a good blind as well. But it's not going to net any reward here right now.
Meme is hi 6-7.
Their due diligence. The site will be secured. It should just be a very, very quick retake attempt for NAOS, I'm sure. Not really a hell of a lot to work with, as we mentioned earlier.
Yeah, focus on getting a little bit closer to that Hunter's Fury as well for Madeline. Seen some good use of it with that double.
Boomers, excuse me.
मत करो यार, ऐसे boomer मत बुलाओ यार. Hurt होता है.
भाई 21 को तुम लोग boomer बुलाओगे, bench.
Just frozen in motion right now. A little bit of a stalemate. Nobody wanting to make the first move.
10 साल का difference है.
And I mean, look, Velocity, you got to be careful. They don't want to lose too many, especially none of this extra weapon.
हाँ गन दे दो, गन दे दो.
Free gun, by the way.
कुछ बचा नहीं है.
Of course.
दे दो भाई.
That's a 3 versus 5 and you get it down to just 2 alive at the end there. I think you're kind of okay with
That's
how
what I'm
In the
saying.
dividing, कैसे यश भाई?
Give 3 weapons away and your bonus just does
अरे
not look good at all.
करने के बाद.
Yeah, I mean, the stun comes in.
किसका कॉल था?
That was probably just
हाँ?
a right click to come on out from
हाँ रस किसका कॉल था?
first time,
ये
but,
kills लेने के लिए वो लोग को
back
बेट
with
करने के लिए.
extra damage delivered there. Makes it less sweet coming in towards this bonus round for Velocity. But
भाई
it
वो
still
लोग का
looks
योरू बेचारा नहीं चल रहा है भाई.
Yeah, Russ, you could tell he wasn't super happy with that one when all the guys went in and got hungry, but
मारने वाला बंदा है ना
got
योरू.
to give it to him.
Last में मार
Velocity are on
रहा
a
था
bit of
वो.
a tear right now as they do get these last couple of rounds back in tow, and now they're going to be clearing out that shear.
Yeah, it's trying to really put emphasis on this B site at the moment.
भाई वो लोग कुछ नहीं कर पा रहे डबल सेंटिनल होके अपन वॉल ट्रिगर करके सीधा बी रीड कर रहे बे. वो लोगों को किसने मालूम?
All the way in now. Nakia trying to hold on towards the line, but the reload bolt is going to be heading his way. PTC drops Tamara in the process. Straight from the market, lightning fast, bold and brazen, but beautiful. Does get traded out by Zan, however. And now Nakia's going to have to fall back.
Spike plant udhar hai, Russ.
Early. They still do need to try and clear on here. Russ instead is just going to use the flashpoint to get his way through across to the site, but it's not going to be happening at all. Instead, it's NAOS finding a hell of a lot of kills. 3 alive, 8 rounds, and the bonus denied. And I think, Komodo, they had to invest a little bit more than they wanted.
Oh, potentially so. I mean, I'm talking about PDC not able to collect some headshots in.
Euro
He
ने
just
तीन
gets a
मारे.
bit of a spray through the smoke, so he'll take that where he can. A good anti-bonus to come through from
Lucky
for the plant.
अब नहीं मारेगा यूरो. हो गया. Lucky था वो.
They're recognizing sometimes what they need to do ahead of the curve instead of waiting for these post scenarios.
भाई अपन objectives of the game भूल गए लग रहा है.
God. Now it's looking like a lot of the stalling utility to
Arre,
try and keep him at bay, and it's just gonna be Tamara getting a little bit too big for his boots.
The Battle Sage is a beautiful, beautiful thing, Komodo. I miss it. I live for it. And already finding that opening with Zan in tow.
इसको पता है.
Repositioned accordingly, but that's made Velocity pull the plug immediately. However, look at all this control. PTC watching from the bottom of the stairs. Inside tiles is going to be Moja. Not having the best game so far, but this could be potentially his time to sort of turn it around. Russ not going to be ready at all. Denied completely. PTC gets 2 for his troubles. Lightning fast, able to respond, but Moja's power positioning. He could probably just turn any time he wants here as well to try and find that additional member. He's cautious, obviously through B, but he's got to get the information on the lightning fast, and that's just a prime round from NAOS.
Yeah, you kind of also don't want to reveal that this lurk would have been able to get into the B side as SK Rossi.
हमारा का पहला शॉट भी नहीं लगा. गोलू का भी पहला शॉट नहीं लगा. गोलू मार सकता था वापस
himself for the next 40 seconds because this is a scenario where
safe
you want a bit of a hero moment coming into the next round when you are going to have an
Dyson
eco.
ने going आज
Clean one
Hey,
from
खर्चा.
NAOS yet again across the board.
5 बार सेम खर्चा किया मैंने.
This is 2 like full 40-second saves that we've seen in
कभी-कभी
this
लगता है
series.
कि डायसन का ब्रांड एम्बेसडर घर में बैठा हुआ.
both sides on the side of Velocity, and you know,
नया चीज आया है कि
Velocity's won these games still.
स्वीटली बात करते तो मतलब
Now
कुछ
some
तो
kind of
आया
here,
है
sure, but
लेटेस्ट
I still definitely don't think this map or series
एक
is
होता
over.
है एयर स्ट्रेटनिंग
No, not at all.
हेयर एक
Of the
होता है
fact that
एयर
the orb is just going to be collected at the end there from Moja as well, getting a
Curly.
little bit closer to the drift.
एक
because
होता
we
है
are
air
starting
fry.
to situate
Hair.
ourselves into some
Air
sort
hair
of
हो रहा है मेरा।
coming
पता
online.
नहीं भाई।
कल T1 ने भी लिया,
मेरा देखो भाई 200 रुपए के क्रोम में
कल T1 भी लिया।
Horse standing on the beach.
200 रुपए का क्रोम
Man.
सेम काम करता है सेम।
Oh, that hurts.
Very happy.
दिख रहा है वो।
पहला मोबाइल देखा प्ले करके, हाँ अभी लॉन्च हुआ है ना, कल ही तो हुआ।
Some cheeky spots in this round though from NAOS, right? PDC
Enemy remaining.
say his name and he just starts to come alive in the server.
मैं देखा, मैं सेंसिटिविटी सेट करके रखा
NAOS
है
do not
मैंने।
want to go quietly on the map pick of their own. They want
आज
to
अपडेट
send
आया
this
करके
into
मैं
this
वो
third.
नहीं
They're making
किया।
a couple of good decisions. And Velocity, yeah, they are feeling a bit uncomfortable. I was expecting that the timeout was going to start to come through in towards this one. Because they are going to go into that eco, right? Unless they want to play
मुझे एक डाउट है, नो हेड, जस्ट वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड बोनस में क्यू नोस इट इज स्मोक एंड नो प्लान सिटी कंट्रोल फालतू काल, वो लोग लड़ने का प्लान कर रहे थे ना।
कैमरा हिल रहा है।
It will certainly be disappointing for Velocity to have this one shift.
टेलीपैथी से बात किया क्या वापस?
Such a solid competition here at Ascension so far, but so Velocity. They've silenced a lot of claims about where they would sit in the competition. They're still here. They're still in
मोबाइल
playoffs,
रिलीज हुआ,
and they're still towards the top of the
सचिन
group
भाई
right
को
now.
पूछो।
So there is a little light
Everywhere, everywhere.
Right? See if we can get another thrifty.
ये नया, ये नया, ये नया।
SK Rossi just going to favor the headhunter, which
क्या बोला
is
तूने?
fine
Plan तोड़
with
दिया।
bringing on this chamber.
गई रे तू।
Not
गुस्से
really
में।
having too much of the crash shots coming on through.
हैप्पी दिवाली, लव यू।
Nice one into the B site yet again, sending in the TP to the back of site. You're actually sticking it as well.
Damn,
चलेगा।
that's a spike too. Immediately
चलेगा,
dropped down,
wall
Valorant
trigger हो
will
गया
find
है,
PTC, so
site
at least
मिल
there's
गया है,
some safe passage in
स्मोक
towards
ने
the
मिल
site.
गया है।
Moja,
क्योंकि
Zavi
smoker
finding
नहीं है।
members on the cross, as you said, Komodo. They invested so much, but Damara, my friend, I'll give you a chance. This is a possibility right now here for you, but
इकत है।
they do line up to perfection.
Ikot hai.
A warning shot could have potentially gone to the right way. There was some damage dealt onto Zan, but fantastically done from NAOS to go in as a unit, clear as a team, and 10 rounds are on the board. This one is going the distance.
Yeah, I know that's a little lighter buy to come in towards the round for Velocity, but I feel like there's a little bit of a missing element over towards that market door, right? You're getting a quick TP to the back of site to try and establish a potential crunch in towards it, but you're leaving a very, very common choke point to this B site.
Bella
open,
is casting
and it's just
or
not
no?
even looked at from the players of
Anna,
Velocity.
happiest
That one
Diwali.
does need
Bella
to be
casting नहीं
fixed
कर
up
रही
a
है।
little bit when you just
डेस्क पे हो।
have no early smokes and you favor the TP quick and early.
Gekko Hims, thank you. Happy Diwali to
That
you
screen that comes with
too.
Damara. Why am I forgetting the name? The fast lane doesn't last as long.
Bangsat.
Komodo, look at you forgetting ability names. It's not even Conky today.
Yeah, I know. It's been a day.
It's certainly been a day. It's
भाई
been a
क्या
weekend of
blind
Valorant
recon
action, and we've
मारा
been loving
भाई।
it. But so is Zavi.
भाई
Nakia.
गोलू!
Okay, lightning fast.
गोलू!
Here he is. Able to find three
भाई
very, very
गोलू
quickly.
ने
Tomorrow will
राउंड
drop
बचा
Nakia and
दिया, माता
PTC.
रानी।
What can you do? He's found so much space here, but how long will it be before he cuts the sound? I don't think they've heard him. They've got the distance, they've got the timing, but now it gets a little bit awkward, right? Because
Yeah,
they've
they
broken the
can't-
wall.
they
They're
can't
stuck
get
there.
through.
Yeah,
And
I think
PTC
PTC might be able to get top mid. He might be able to get top mid, Komodo.
Bro, what the
Oh, if
fuck?
he walks, there's no way. He gets both of this.
ओ
Oh, he's
भाई
got the wrong
उसका
way.
दो
He
doesn't
लोग,
know the wall's
oh
up.
my
Mitch,
god,
the
उसका
only
दो
way
लोग
that they're
किलता।
into the A side is if Lightning Fast got over the wall, but
Yeah.
there's no confirmation that PTC knows that they broke it. So he's playing on the thought process that they did break the wall to get through.
कैसा
towards
ज़्यादा
A, because
जल्दी
he's got
भाई?
his ear at the guts of mid still, not pop, not activated. He would have known if they went there. So unfortunately for him, he's thinking they got into A by breaking that wall.
Left.
Lo and
Uh-huh.
behold, they didn't.
क्या 4
They've
साल से
waited.
सेम चीज पता
They've
है
now planted on the other side of the map,
Patience.
and it's going to be another scenario like we saw for him on Lotus,
और
where he's
पोल
going to get there,
में
see
नॉस
no
को
one,
वोट
and
दी
probably
कौन है
save.
वो?
He's going to have to turn on Strava for this run all the way.
चाहे स्ट्रीम को लाइक कर दो, 8,500 लोग देख रहे हैं, 8 टाइम स्कोर हो गया है, और अभी वो लोग इको है क्या? नहीं, बहुत पैसा उनके पास।
Does not quite.
ये मैप गया, ये मैप गया, ये मैप
Going to be
एक्चुअल में
nearsighted
नहीं
at the very least, as now he moves in towards this
I'll
dark
just be
cover.
both
His
there.
prey
भाई
is
गोलू
lightning
4
fast
के
this
गोलू बे।
time. But Lightning Fast will deny. Very nicely done. From the omen of velocity.
4K Rossi se 4K goal became a long way. Mat karo na
great timing. Using the from the shadows to reposition towards mid top. And he closes out the round with gusto. Beautiful stuff.
Yeah, definitely, as I said, understand the predicament that PDC was in there. A bit unfortunate, but for velocity, winning out the battle in the scrap is quite huge.
न्यू कर ले ली
do it
इंस्टा पोस्ट
again,
देखो
though, to contend
क्या
with
बात
what
कर
now
रहे
some
हो
of their sleeves. Look at
कैसे
the
तेरे को ये
ultimates
न्यूज़
they
मेरे से
have
पहले मिल रहा है
available coming into rounds number 19.
Oh, here it is.
And the off-wall from Savvy.
Finds the opening. And now he's going to be stunned up immediately by the fault line, by the relay bolt. And now he's just going to have to try and hope that a little bit more will go his way. They know exactly where he is, but he's... Oh! Narrowly misses the second. Russ going to shoulder him out quickly. It's still a 4 versus 4, but look at the amount of chaos that is trying to walk his way in. Madeline surely not going to be ready for it, but he is.
Madeline,
oh, denial of surface attack right now. Naki gets the information on towards the owl drone. Will look to drop SK Rossi, but he slips the net. Makes his way through the garden. It's not blooming for Nakia right now.
Gotta be careful with those vandals as well. Nakia gonna call for the heal. World of which Savvy can get a resurrection, but I'm looking at Lightning Fast. He's still in mid. He is so aware that they want to grab this in this situation.
Oh, they're gonna go for it. It's gonna be completely baited out. Oh no. At least I mean they use that for Savvy to get the information, but now Lightning Fast can pop the shroud in step 2. Swap over to the other side. Madeline finds Nakia, and this has just been an absolutely prime and perfect round so far.
चलेगा बहुत काम कर लिया गोलों ने,
बहुत काम. How do they even get back into this? I don't even think they choose to play. They just have to go next, basically.
I'm just gonna echo what Big Time was saying, right? The experience of a couple of these velocity members being in tier 1 for a time has really just leveled them up, right? They've evolved time and time again with that experience of coming back into the South Asia region and coming together with this velocity squad, really having a drive to improve, to find their own identity. It is smart decision making that we are seeing from them in this tournament, and it's another scenario of just recognizing what's available in the moments from your opponents, what they need to be doing to try and get back into a round from some potential deficit. Really well done from Lightning Fast in that moment to just disconnect himself from the team and look at the bigger picture.
3 gone. मस्त खेला भाई.
Morgan was talking about it. Absolutely perfect, wasn't he?
भाई गोलू ने 20 मारे.
Little tiny things that you pick up in tier 1 that can really elevate the level of gameplay. And now as they peek in towards main, already trying to take that additional control. Moja, who again has had a relatively quiet game.
No wonder मेरा stream देखता है ना chat.
This time the She is not going to be there either, Komodo. Instead, it's just a couple of warning shots out from B, but they take mid control.
Oh, Nakia, a little bit of a heal. Come his way early. That's what he's requesting, but the space.
भाई ये लोग रेस्ट में नहीं लेते क्या? मेरे members only chat में घूमता रहता है ये रात को.
Happening over in B main from Moja again. A couple of ultimates available still for now to exercise in towards this round should they need it. And well, the heal that Xavi just used is already gone down for Nakia. Back to low HP.
Great tag.
Do you think playing chamber is a good idea?
Preemptive information.
भाई ये गेम है ना एक वे से नहीं खेला जाता. रीजन कि इतने सारे एजेंट्स हैं, इतने सारे लोग हैं with different agent mains. जिसको जो खेलने का वो खेल सकते हैं, बस सिनर्जी के साथ खेलना है.
Straight into heaven, makes it all work.
कहाँ से आया वो इतना जल्दी?
Unfortunately for NAOS. Moja, PTC, creeping their way in slowly. Arcro,
10 वो लोग पास पैसा भी है थोड़ा, लेकिन वैसा नहीं है. अपन लीड पे जा सकते हैं और अपने पास मैडलिन भी अल्ट आएगा, रस का भी अल्ट है. चैट actually 2-0.
Such an awkward position, I suppose. You get 1 kill and maybe there's an opportunity, but as you mentioned, Damara with that op, he's going to be straight on towards the line, and sure, PTC's able to shoulder it out, but unfortunately, it's a bitter pill to swallow, isn't it? PTC having to save again.
I mean, it's another moment in time for Velocity where they make a really smart decision to wait for that barrier wall to drop. Meanwhile, this hunt is on, so
पैसा खर्च करते हैं जी फ्रॉड्स, उससे डबल पैसा देके उनको बोल दो किसको खेलना चाहिए किसको नहीं. हो जाए अपने देश के लिए, कर दो. तुम ही एक इनिशिएटिव ले लो. पहले 150 का मेंबरशिप लेना.
Second decision making to stun the main choke, to wrap through grass up the glass. around the rafters, picking up 2, nearly the 3rd that your team gets, and setting up for a strong post plan. Very quick.
Who the fuck is this Raceman non-member in my chat? Hey Refosi, how are you Refosi? Double satchel into me baby. I mean with me. कैसा मैं कैसा क्या बोल रहा हूँ? How is yous? How is yous? What's up? I hope you're doing well. Two racemen together.
It's just been such a good run here of
consistent. Do you have any favorite team in Ascension?
I'm just worried about the economy of NAOS right now.
Well, the timeout has been to play for them to have a discussion, isn't it? There you go. 3 to end.
Is it
3.
boom boom?
So, got it wrong, but they're looking for the 4th. The economy tips in their favor.
Hazel, thank you for the membership.
Hey! Right? Still garden that you're still holding. You've been holding them for quite a little bit now.
Thank you for the membership. Of course, VLT. Ah, yeah. WW. Fuck, bro.
Still towards mid.
No filter.
A bit of a focus. See what you can potentially find there from Mojo.
Are you still stream sniping your exams?
Velocity over there this time.
Taking help of chat and Google. Boom BC, excuse me.
A slow waltz.
कौन सिखा रहा
है?
Who is teaching you this MCBC stuff?
Again, this weaponry for NAOS, it's enough, right?
Happy Kali Chaudas Binks bye. Love you, Jai bye. Same to you.
That makes you think better of it as velocity with what you've seen at this site, though. Because look where Mojo is, Mitch. He's already in towards tiles. He's got the biggest read imaginable on how this round is playing out. So just communicate to the team to stay at A, essentially.
Dimensional drift.
Are you still pushing rank? Are you Radiant again? I am 1 game away from Radiant.
What are they going to do here? You can tell they're itching to try to go for it. And it's just bait. They're not doing anything just yet, but Komodo, they're running out of time.
No.
Zan does get spotted.
This might actually have to switch into a Rolling Thunder angle, and it is.
Straight on through. So we do get one stun on towards the side. Savvy's going to be able to get through at the most opportune time. Weaponry picked up now, starting to get challenging. It's a second for Savvy. Oh boy, 20 seconds to go here, Komodo. I think they're actually going to have to go for that teleport. Absolutely. Over towards the other side of the site. They will rotate their way around, but Mojo's got to drop Madeline. SK Rossi gets one. But now he has to try and find more completely solo. They can just rotate away.
Oh, 10k watching chat, like karo!
Right now has to get moving. Zan could completely deny and he will. It's all going to be on the lightning.
Really? Yes, I'm 1 game away.
It's not going to be there. The blind side gets him going. And now lightning fast, trying to do it all, trying to do it solo here. It would be such a heroic round. A 1 versus 4 angle coming through now. Does not have the paranoia. A single dark cover. Nakia walks into the line. Oh, it almost happens. But Xavi will be the hero.
Almost.
They get so close at the end there. They line up with the sinking through the face. And it's a bit of a saving grace in the round. And the thrifty to come through from NAOS. They bought so much time over at the A side as well. With the slower timing that comes out. With the dark covers as well.
Bro, from
really made you uncomfortable.
2v5 to 1v5 to 1v1.
As I said as well, right? With the timing getting low, you have to switch into the Rolling Thunder, but you're just not getting into the site at all. Mojo's positioning giving absolutely no information that now needed in the round, and they even hold on to all those ultimates, Mitch. They have them available to try and close this map.
Lightning Fast is the Undertaker at this point in time, right? Top of the server.
Hello, TikTok!
Playing some incredible Valorant.
Bro!
That experience global inside tier 1
by WW wall strat.
They break the streak and now they get moving very, very quickly. Mojo has to get out of dodge immediately.
Thank you for the membership.
We talk about this Steel Garden from PTC that could be the linchpin. Xavi does have the resurrection. Here we go. There it is. Finally pop, but Madeline finds Mojo. Sadly resurrectable. But he's taken down. Oh no! Damara! All up in his face. Madeline finds 2. And now Russ can find that plan here. Hunter's Fury is still available here, but they've run out of time. Oh no!
Look at the money again.
हम लोग को guns गिराना सिर्फ guns गिराने का.
No dreams. Only PTC to try and take this weapon into the next round. Nakia's got a little bit of money.
Excuse me.
They certainly could have dealt with that additional
Golu,
vandal.
Golu.
Lightning fast. Oh, he's on the hunt. He's ready to deny. Blood spilling in the water for Velocity.
He's not Motu, Baba.
Sit at the top of Group Omega.
Madeline
and
is
be the alpha in this series.
Cute
I
too.
gotta say, really nice timing on the Hunter's Fury as well. When you have that Steel Garden come through, you
The
kind of know
irony
the
of
relative
one
positions
Motu
that
calling
that
other
technique is gonna
Motu.
come out from,
Huh?
right? You're not holding the big bow and arrow for the post plant. You're getting active. You're facilitating entries back in the round for your team.
Otherwise,
When you're
bro, we are
looking
ready
to
for
get that
VCT.
plate
Yes,
down.
yes.
The fact that he gets 2,
Yep.
the fact that the Steel Garden has no value. Yes, at least for
That we can
NAOS,
actually
put
2-0
every
them.
ultimate into the mix.
Economy
You've got a
देखो,
big one that gets
we
shut
can
down
reach
to
match
the
point
trade
and
into the fact that
possibly
the
we
Hunter's
can
Fury
have
was there for
the
Madeline, but
Emerald.
mate, you're tied up. You're on an eco again, and now you're using your own
What?
Hunter's Fury with no info, with no comms,
Hello?
with anything behind a lobby.
You're
Hey,
so combo.
Pause right now, Moja. Ready to go for it, but Damara and SK Rossi are going to deny. I was
double stun.
seen NAOS win these.
Match
Nice.
Unfortunately for Nakia, he's
Rest
going to
bhi
be
de de,
getting
time pass
caught
ke liye.
off guard. Zavi
Nahi
does have the
Yeah.
res, does have the Guardian now,
point,
but I
match
don't
point.
think this is a round you want
And
to be
no
going for
sawal.
at all.
Bro, what the
But at the
fuck?
same time,
Joke,
you kind
bro.
of have to. You have to make a play here.
Yeah.
They can invest
That-
the resurrection if they wish.
Heavy choke.
Well, you need a head
वो
off
लोग
it up
last
first.
round
I
को वो
feel
लोग कर
like,
सकता
look where
था.
the bodies are, Mitch. They're in
Eurus
main.
World.
There's one backside. There's one CT. They're very
India
difficult
X
spots.
Indonesia easy win
They could go for the one
Ascension.
potentially inside main, but with that dark cover down,
Sweetness
it
in
certainly
your
causes a little bit of
mouthness.
disarray.
Ray for
They get
Singh.
the information. It's a wall bang from Russ. Beautiful recon bolt. And Zavi's not going to be even able to find one on the exit. Velocity that is going
Hey,
to
when
be
are you coming to
map
India?
and series. And potentially top of group's point here, Komodo. Nobody would have been thinking about this.
Oh, it's just another
That
post on when it comes
2-0
to Ascent,
possible.
Right? The 13-11 victory they got against Full Sense, who
That
had
possible,
the
chat.
chance to try and close the map. There was 3 of them for
26,
Velocity,
chat.
if memory serves right.
Golu.
They get it done at the end. Now they've got
Bro,
this one
Golu
chance
is
before it
him
goes into
today.
overtime.
Golu is
There was an
him.
opportunity in the moment for Nakia
Huh?
too at the spawn side of things. Dark cover comes after he finds the first kill. It's rapid, it's fast yet again for the beginning stages at least, but you bait out the barrier and a TP to the
Bro,
backside
full
of B. They've
fake.
drawn
Full fake.
all the rotations to this A
Full
site. They have
fake.
solved the fake,
Wapis.
but eventually the spike will make its way
Full
a
fake,
little bit
chat.
too late to this B site.
All I
देखा.
can say is lightning fast is certainly a gold statue on towards this
भाई
side.
सिटी वाले को मारा.
Step to dodge. SK Rossi to open up
Smoke
the
डाल दे बस
Here,
City.
Stonks
ना-
are rising. Invest in
95-3.
Buy up now.
ये
ladies
rest-
and gentlemen.
अबे,
It's looking good
वो
for
भी में
him.
नहीं जा
Zavi
सकता.
has
उसको
to get
सिटी से
out.
जाना पड़ेगा रेस्ट
There
करने
is
के
still a
लिए.
chance. There is still a world.
लेकिन
When
उसको
NAOS
ओपन में
recover
रेस्ट
here.
करना पड़ेगा.
Komodo, we're going to
Gotta
let
go for
this
res.
one sink in right now as the res is available. Mojo ready to
दो
rock
बंदे
and roll.
मैंने. Good info.
पीछे
It's got a break.
बढ़ जा रॉसी.
At the most opportune time,
चलेगा.
Rossi
Nice,
can
Russ.
look to resurrect his way out.
Nice.
but
Nice.
We'll be able to find the additional now. It's all on the Zan. No resurrection available for them. And Velocity, they have done it.
Holy
He will have
fuck.
And from a place from South Asia, where many people would have put him in this competition
Let's
as one
go,
of the lowest seeds. A
baby.
beautiful result to come through from Velocity.
Let's
The job got done.
go.
Now, not going to be too
Let's
phased
go.
here, right?
Yeah, yeah.
They know they've made
Chat,
playoffs.
this is
They
like
know
a
they've
proper
done good
upset,
work.
chat.
But Velocity are
Huh?
going to be riding this high into
my
their final
God.
game against
This is
Ascension.
like a proper
You know, I'm
upset
saying
now.
time and time again throughout this one, the decision making
Holy fuck, 2-0 NAOS?
really top tier at the
जिसने
moment.
Nongshim
The
को
way
2-0
they're
हराया
positioning
था?
around the map, the way that they're getting dirty in these fights, in these scrap battles, and the way that they're
By
sort of in the aim and sitting in the
crazy.
middle of these rounds as well, letting things simmer. It's very smart
By
decision making
Golu.
that is coming in
Golu
from
yaar.
Russ. I mean, we're looking like now
Golu,
is going to potentially
3 बार
close
मेरा
out this
लेगा.
map,
ये क्या
right?
language
But
है?
there's
अच्छा,
just
3-0,
a
3-0, sorry,
different
3-0.
little style of play that gets
3-0.
thrown in for the
W
remaining
Golu.
4 rounds of that map. that I'm getting a lot of good confidence. Yeah, there was that one
W by
the sort of tail end.
Actual में the goat of the goaters. Actual
में at the end of that.
Actual में goat of goaters chat.
This one, it's another close one on Ascent.
By sexy by sexy by sexy केला sexy केला.
Like कर दो यार इसी बात पे like कर दो.
Xavi was missing.
रस का utils OP था. Aim कभी होएगा पता नहीं. Language.
You know, NAOS to lose that one.
By sexy था by.
Wake up on this map. He ends top of
Crazy
the
Damara insane. Damara is playing insanely well.
Komodo, when you've only got one
but the only problem with Damara is he's standing up when he's not killing anyone, and when he kills someone, he's not standing up.
All I can think about is just the macro.
So it's like I have 0 kills but I'm standing up.
Along at home.
That is the problem we need to fix.
But yeah, some
when
really,
you
really
kill,
solid
you stand
individual heroics, because someone who was having a decent game in the previous
and he
SK
stands
Rossi,
up and tells the enemies sit down when they're already sitting down.
Towards the end, he started hitting his shots, but when the rest of the team is there to step up to the plate, winning that,
we are having some tech issues
towards the very end of the game.
English
it can be very hard to recover.
Oh, VLT, love you, Varun bye. Thank you for the Canada Australian $2.
First kill, first death scenarios.
Chat W bro, W.
He actually ends in net positive, getting more first kills.
Chat VLT जीत गया 3-0. It's time कि अपने S12 के वीडियो लोग जीते. हाँ? पिन कमेंट क्लिक करो और वोट करो. कैसा था मेरा आइडिया?
That hurts, doesn't it? You know, Moja, a player that's had such a big amount of impact for the NAOS roster over the years, over the time, a namesake.
W plugin.
He's been there quite often, the one that you want to rely on, and that's exactly right. You know, when you go missing off that clutch from Lightning Fast, I completely forgot that almost happened.
So close.
Yeah, but no, you're spot on, man. And look, all I can say is, yeah, Velocity
convert
this series.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Very well done from them.
Raspi बहुत अच्छा खेला है बे.
For the next series for the Velocity.
हाँ, util के साथ इतना मारना as a bridge easy नहीं है बे. इतना support करके. But NAOS fucked up last round chat.
Velocity
101% they could have Yoru all together with help of Sage.
But with tremendous experience,
और advantage मिल सकता था. They fucked up.
To close it out. We were worried in the pre-map of Ascent about how Velocity is going to survive the utilities and resources that NAOS had, but it was amazing on how they were able to handle
Chat
it
8 के 9 के likes करो भाई VLT के लिए. हेलो.
Perfectly. Velocity is surely a force.
अब top 2 पक्का. अभी अपन upper bracket में.
My goodness, was this a joy to watch. I mean, stylistically, they should have had a much tougher time
चाहे
on a
कुछ
deal
भी
with
हो,
that vice. But I
अपने को
love
अभी
how
2
they
मौका है
approached this.
top
You
2
can
आने के
see
लिए.
Heard Komodo
Well
talk
played,
about it.
insanely
Moja
played,
could not
bro.
get his foot
Insanely.
into the game.
मेरे को लगा
And
नहीं था
that's
ये मैच
because
जीतेगा.
Velocity were finding him. They were prioritizing heading
मेरे को
towards
सच्ची
him,
लगा नहीं
heading
था.
away
Especially
from
जब 5v3 हो गया ना,
PTC.
मेरे को
How many
लगा
times
कि
was PTC left alone in the retake,
सीन हो गया
having to
मेरे
save his gun?
भाई
They
गोलू
understood this
MVP रे
matchup
बे
so well.
गोलू.
Massively impressed with this Velocity team. They move up to 3-0 in their group. I mean,
एक first blood है
NAOS
बे
had yet
गोलू
to
का.
drop a
सेज
map
का
before
6
this
छोड़
game,
देंगे
but
बे.
they could not stand up to the pressure that Velocity was bringing. And I mean, we have to talk about the Goliath himself. Lightning fast. This game, absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We've talked about Tamara, about Russ, about how this team can do such synced executes. But in this map, Lightning Fast was killing it. Like,
first time I see India is fucking dominating on international level. Hashtag VLT. Suez bhai, start.
Spotlight.
Start.
Lightning Fast, like before, because
वो तो franchise में अपना players नहीं है वरना.
But you know,
माफ करो. I'd like to apologize.
He has a really good aim.
W.
He has a bit more of a difficult role in this setup because, you know, Madeline and Russ setting up Demara as that pack there. SK Rossi gets a lot of freedom, and Lightning Fast has to be caught between the two worlds, I guess, where sometimes he's left on his own.
अरे वो लोग players आपस में बकचोदी करते ही रहते हैं भाई. तुम लोग ने देखा नहीं क्या अभी?
We're not saying his name all the time, but he
तुम लोग वैसे गलत वे में मत लिया करो बस.
Why aren't we talking about me?
ये players लोग एकदम enjoy करते हैं.
He's incredibly sharp at his best this this player.
Vote done, love you यार.
Dominate some of the best
Chat
players
सबको
in the
vote
world
करना,
in
ठीक है?
practice. And I mean,
सबको
if he's
vote
able
करना,
to hit
ठीक है?
his ceiling, this guy's going to be incredibly scary. But the worst part is it's just another arrow in the quiver for this Velocity team. They're already so full of potential, and if more and more players continue to step up for them, I think we have to really start talking about them for a Pacific slot. People have
मेरा
to
प्रेडिक्शन, मेरा एक्चुअल फॉर रियल वाला प्रेडिक्शन क्या था पता है? स्टार्टिंग का 2 अपन जीतेगा, जो मैंने बोला था. फुल सेंस को हरा सकते हैं और रिडल को हरा सकते हैं, और 2 अपने लोमड़े लग जाएंगे. लेकिन उससे अपन सीख के जब प्लेऑफ में जाएंगे ना, तब अपन मारेंगे करके. ये मेरा प्रेडिक्शन था. लेकिन इधर तो भाई
they have denied NAOS from
मैं बोला था ना अपर लोअर ब्रैकेट है. कौन बोला ब्रैकेट नहीं है? दूं क्या रे? टॉप टू एडवांस टू अपर ब्रैकेट. अपन अपर ब्रैकेट में अभी अपन कुछ भी हो जाए अपर ब्रैकेट में.
Yeah, not confirmed yet.
ना
that
शायद से
Velocity
ना
will be the number 1 seed for Group Omega.
हाँ, क्योंकि हेड टू हेड हम लोग नाउ से भी जीत
going
गए.
against Nongshim
अपन
tomorrow.
कुछ भी हो जाए अपर ब्रैकेट में.
Yeah, there's a world where we don't know who is finishing where in Group Omega still. If Velocity lose to Nongshim, we have a complicated 3-way tie. I can't tell you what they need to do in order to confirm that. I mean, that's somebody else's job, way above my pay grade in production. But just know that we will be seeing them in playoffs, and that is an incredibly exciting.
नहीं पक्का नहीं है चैट, पक्का नहीं है.
एक और मैप है ना अपना.
नहीं पक्का है. हेड टू हेड में भी है ना नोंगशिम आई थिंक थर्ड ही आएगा. राउंड्स काउंट करेगा. नाओस आई थिंक फर्स्ट में जाएगा, भले हेड टू हेड है शायद. क्योंकि हेड टू हेड वेलोसिटी नाओस से जीता है, नाओस नोंगशिम से जीता है. अगर नोंगशिम हम लोग को हराता है अगर, तो सब लोग एक दूसरे से जीते तो राउंड्स काउंट होएगा. और राउंड्स काउंट में इतना माइनस में नोंगशिम अभी कि अगर जीतेगा ना तो भी प्लस 13 14 ऐसा कुछ तो आएगा. 17 के ऊपर नहीं जाएंगे अनटिल अनलेस 2 30 करते. रैंक आएगा यार. मेरे को पीसी का काम करने का था चीचा यार. आ रहेगा मेंबर जोन कर तो सकता हूँ मैं.
कर लेना. चिचा के साथ खेला नहीं है तो काफी दिन से.
वो भी है. चिचा चैट पे चिचा एक क्वेश्चन था चैट को. तुम बैंचो लियो करके बाइक भी लिया जिसका नाम लियो, गाड़ी भी लिया जिसका नाम लियो, हाँ ट्रॉफीज भी तुम लियो करके लेते जा रहे हो यार. ऐसा एक टोटका मेरे को भी दो ना यार. कुछ नया. हाँ लियो करके बैंचो सुपर चैट भी लेते जा रहे हो. हाँ रैंक भी लेते जा रहे हो, बंदिया भी लेते जा रहे हो.
एक्सक्यूज मी,
सॉरी
सिंगल है वो.
अरे बंदिया मतलब फ्रेंड्स
सब बहन है उसकी.
फ्रेंड्स समझ रहे हो? तो क्या सीन है कि मेरे जितने भी फ्रेंड्स थे ना वो सारे स्कूल में थे. अभी कोई नहीं बन रहे. कुछ लोगों की नजर बहुत वैसी है, समझ रहे हो? पहले स्कूल में मेरे बहुत फ्रेंड्स थे.
अंकल हो गए हो ना अब आप.
रिवीलिंग द एरिया. एक्सक्यूज मी.
जा भी खेल उसके साथ.
ठीक है मैं टेक्स्ट करता. चलो गाइस जाते जाते आ जाओ. रैंक में लियो करते. मेरे को 5 मिनट दे. 5 मैक्सिमम 10 मिनट. एक डीएम खेल बस. पिंकी दे डब्ल्यू. स्पोर्ट्स अवार्ड्स के लिए आज भी मैंने एक वो किया, भाई लोगों को वोट करो ये करो. हाँ लेकिन एक 50 गिफ्टेड नहीं दिया इसने. और मैं इससे लोलेक्स मांग रहा था. तू मत दे रहे. तू लोलेक्स चैट. वीएलटी ओपी बाय. मजाक सेट कर. वीएलटी ओपी बाय. एंजॉय करो आज ट्विटर पे. आज सोशल मीडिया डे. हाँ वीएलटी ओपी चैट. चलो आ जाओ मेंबर्स ओनली चिल करते हैं. मैं कभी पीसी का काम करूंगा मेरे को भगवान जाने भाई. आ जाओ मेंबर्स ओनली चिल करते हैं. बाय आदियो चैट पे. आदियो टेक केयर. सी या बाय. मेंबर्स ओनली आ रहा हूँ 5 मिनट में. बाय. I find you a star and we could be in love, lighting up the
nothing I can do. I can never get to you. So I'm looking for a miracle. Like it's somebody be so beautiful, yeah. It's only a dream. It's how I feel. You deserve better.